How are we doing?
Right, here we go, team.
Okay.
Well, I just want to say
GG.
good luck.
Thanks.
Those of us who are about to die salute you.
Not bad to die.
I'm
Alright.
I'm clear.
It's alright. I've got these two, it's fine.
May the dice gods forever roll in my favour.
In your favour?
Yeah. Right, let's do this.
Yeah, again. I see what you're doing.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Everyone ready?
Yep.
Don't look at me, Johnny. I can't perform when you make eye contact, so... Right, here we go.
If I keep making do that, then we won't die.
Everyone look down and we'll go 3, 2, 1. Look up.
Hello and welcome back to the Super Fun Time, Happy Fun Time D&D show.
Yeah.
Are we all having super happy fun times?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Less so.
Hooray. So, announcements as always, we don't really have any. Brilliant. Thank you as always to Critit for our lovely dice. They've been great. He is going to make us a new DM screen as well, which will be fantastic.
Let's just have your face.
Just have your face. Various
I need to
poses.
send him that. He can laser etch that into it. That would be wonderful.
Sweet.
Gonna have Strahd with a fedora on.
No, just no. Can you remember where we left it last time?
Yes.
I'm struggling to remember.
So we were all...
We walked right past the windmill and we're on our way to the city.
We did not have an argument because some people with moral compasses decided to go save the single child that was in there.
And then we saved the child, walked straight
We could have
out
saved the
again,
child.
and we're fine. Yeah.
No, you have the child.
We have the
I've
child.
got them.
We would have been fine if it weren't for
We saved the
somebody.
child.
It wasn't
If
me.
you didn't
This guy
yeet the
put it
night
in.
hag,
You could have
could
eaten
have
the bread.
I was going to
So,
eat that
as
pasty.
always,
I would've.
the slight quiz. You were warned about going to a windmill.
Several times.
Several times.
Who warned you not to go there?
I wasn't there.
It was...
Vistani.
The Vistani told us not to.
It was
I blame
indeed.
Hestia and Constance. They're the most vocal.
As Jakul came last session and recovered from his exhausted state when you went through the backpack, you discovered hidden in the back of it
The lovely man.
a map with a letter.
Saying avoid the windmill at all costs.
For the last time, don't go in the bloody windmill.
Is that Remy? You want to go to the windmill? Okay.
Some people just like child murder.
As you travelled over the waterfall and over the bridge there, hitting the cliff face, you made your way round the side and got to the fork in the road, where you discovered a lovely carriage pulled by 4 horses.
I wanted to look at
And
the
as you got there, the door clicked open and it was empty inside. But you were able to spook the horses into riding back to what you must assume to be Castle Ravenloft.
Raise the Let's go there.
Raisin.
When I take over a Strahd, it's going to get renamed.
You quickly headed downhill, knowing that time was against you if you were going to make it to the fisherman's hut where you had seen the scribe. Who had you scried for to find?
That little girl,
Arabelle?
Indeed.
Arabelle.
She was the daughter of...
Aragorn.
Indeed. Who is the brother of the leader of the other Vistani camp. And you're told that they camp near Valaki, but they are not allowed in Valaki because it is a Vistani free town. Make of that what you will. He made great pace. No encounters at all got in your way, irritatingly, until you got to the windmill. deciding to go past or not, you found the tracks of a small child. And you decided to investigate. Red, disguised as a small child.
Disguised?
It wasn't particularly hard. Looking like a small child, was able to easily convince the witch, or the old lady, sorry, that she was lost.
Yeah. She'll accept her Academy Award at any point now.
And for some reason decided the safest place to be was inside a chicken coop.
It was the right place to be.
After getting in the chicken coop, you met a small child. Who, did I give him a name?
I don't think you gave him a name, just a little boy.
Would anyone like to name said little boy?
Little boy.
Brian.
Brian the child.
Yeah.
His name is Boris.
Why would you give us the option and then take that away from us and replace it with Boris?
Fine, his name is Brian.
No, Boris is fine. Boris is a better name.
His name is Brian Borison.
Boris Bryanson.
And Hesia snuck in invisible under the old lady's nose.
You're doing such a good
It was
job.
going so well.
The foul smell, the stench coming from a rancid barrel in the corner, a black bubbling liquid which you didn't investigate too much but left well alone. Gabriel came and knocked on the door, pretending, disguising himself as a caring father who had lost his daughter. But the old lady was easily able to convince you would rather prefer a lovely, tasty pasty.
Didn't eat it though, did I?
No.
Kept dropping it.
As you dropped
Bad thing
it,
is.
as she tried to assist you with the eating of the pasty, Jakul leapt forward and grabbed hold of the old lady's arm, ripping her out and pulling her.
Let's use the proper word.
Yeeted him. Yeeted the door.
Pulling her to the floor as you tried to bundle her. But none of your blows really seemed to do that much damage as she started to laugh, changing her form, changing the colour of her skin, her hair becoming greasy and lanky. The robes, or the old lady's clothes that she was wearing, forming into ripped leather clothing as these dark arms pushed herself off the floor, her head turning at an unnatural angle as she laughed at you, and then pushed herself to her feet. Lightning fast, she jumped forward and with her thumb scratched Gabriel's cheek, cursing him. As again you tried to fight her, but it didn't end well. Hesia inside, faring not much better, as her sister came down stairs, and again leapt forward and just with the click of her nail, just caught your cheek, cursing you as well. The combat, although you were able to land some hits on her, she still looked quite well off. We left with Irina and Ismark, who you left at the junction, seeing the commotion, sprinting up the road, Irina leading the charge, her brother close behind, coming to try and protect you.
And Red has made it out.
Red, you'd snuck outside.
Yeah, grab the kid by the
Of
wrist.
the windmill. Once he's outside and you're past this hag, he's more than happy to bolt.
Yeah.
Hesia. Oh, give me. I'll roll for my people, my initiative.
Are we going to re-roll initiative?
Yes, a new day,
It's a new.
a new initiative order,
New
please.
people.
One
joining
time
the
I
fight.
got a low number.
5. That's fine.
9.
6.
Crit.
God. Oh, okay.
So 19.
Lower than 6?
20.
Okay, so 20s.
Oh, I'll be a 19 because I'm a -1 initiative.
Okay.
Alright, sorry, I'm on a 7
wanna
actually.
roll that
Sorry,
dice yet.
+2.
I'm
Oh, I'm on plus
Nothing's really changed.
So 10. I'm on
15 or above
10.
is. I'm going to put Irina and Ismark together because otherwise I'll get confused. 10.
10.
9.
7.
6.
Why are you at last?
Gabriel, you are first to go, my friend.
So I've still got that curse on me, don't I?
You are indeed still cursed.
You are protected from good and evil.
So it's just a wisdom.
So outside the building, just to remind you, in the theatre of mind. I like that term. It's a bit whatever. You have you two are fighting with your kind of backs to the building. You're in the doorway. The witch has been pulled past you out of the door. So for you to get in and out of the door isn't too much trouble. For you to completely leg it, for you would be a challenge because you've kind of got to the north of you Constance and the south of you Jackal.
Yep.
But all of you have got your backs protected, but you can hear noise coming from behind you.
Yep.
And you'd probably have heard Hessia cry in pain.
Yep.
But I'm guessing didn't look over your shoulder to see what was going on because the hag seems to have been focusing on you.
Yeah. Cool. So I have to do a wisdom saving throw.
You do indeed. You do have a point of inspiration.
I know. And I'm not at a disadvantage because of the protection of Kniga.
Yeah, we're going to say, so the protection of evil would give you another save versus charmed and frightened and fear effects versus anything that's evil. But for me, the roleplay fluff here, you've been cursed by an evil creature. So it makes sense in my mind that if you've had protection from evil, that would kind of count out the weakness that's been put upon you. So you're just at a normal roll.
Cool. Oh my god, I'm going to use my point of inspiration. So
I'm going to burn it?
I'm going to burn it. I need to get out of this hole.
I'm going to put us on the red. So you're in combat, so try not to talk about tactics. Try and stay in character if you can.
That will be a 14.
14 in total?
In total.
As this kind of burn, this cut in your cheek, it burns deep and it stings. Imagine like...
Lemon in a paper cut.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but like from like sheet metal.
Yeah.
Where it's really deep.
Yeah.
That kind of, it's kind of like that. So it feels like this cut where she's just sort of nipped you with her finger, goes incredibly, incredibly deep in your face, and you can't help but keep touching it, but it's better you look at your hand and there's nothing on it.
Okay.
As you try and focus your brain, the cut's really hurting, but you manage to dig deep to within your moral fibre. Do your past deeds and push through it.
Sweet.
So it's your turn. What would you like to do? You've got your full turn.
Awesome. Bonus action. I'm going to tell my scythe to cut her down.
Yep. So you're going to tell the scythe to attack her?
The scythe to attack her. And that is a bonus action. That is +5, I believe. That is a 24.
Yeah, that is
19.
a hit. 1 second, sorry.
1d8 +5. That is 7, 12 points of force damage.
It's force damage?
Yeah, force damage.
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, that hurts her. That really hurts her. She was looking completely in control of the situation, but you've worn her down.
Awesome. What can I do as an action? Can I try and...
Run?
Take something off her? No, because I can still move. Can I try and take something off of her?
So if you wanted to like go and try and grab her necklace or her pouch, yes, but she would more than likely get an attackable opportunity on you because you'd be within the combat.
Within reach. I'm actually going to then... So I guess I can move across the...
She'll get an attackable opportunity on you as soon as they've changed it. So it used to be as you move, if you move within a sphere of control, she gets an attack. But it's when you move out of her sphere of control. Okay. So you can move around her to your heart's content. If you take a disengage action, it means you can't attack, but you can disengage and she doesn't get an attack on you.
Okay. I would like to move. So I'm basically
So you're sort of the door side of her at the moment.
I want to kind of loop round so then it's me, her door.
Yes, what kind of way you're at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm still on the path, so I can just disengage me on the path.
Yeah, you could walk round her and then disengage your way.
I'm going to disengage away.
Yeah, that counts as your action, so you'd only have your full move, so you can't double move.
That's fine.
But she doesn't
Yep.
How do you disengage? Is it like a dive out, or is it a wait for her not to be looking at you?
How
does Gabriel do it?
As the scythe comes down and cuts her in the back, probably making a lurch forward, he'll roll to the side, pull his crossbow out, and take like 4 steps back.
Nice.
So he's no longer in combat.
Yeah. So how far do you want? You can go up to 30 foot.
I'll go up to 30 foot.
Yeah. So you're going sort of down the path.
Yeah, down the path.
You're going towards where Red is.
Where Red is.
Brilliant. Yeah. So she gets distracted looking at what's just hit her and does yelp out and puts her hand to it. As you see your opportunity, you break combat with her and get some distance, but that's your turn. Right. Constance.
Come on, squad. Let's do this.
Come on, Constance.
Alright, I've
What are
still
you
got
going for?
Hunter's Mark active, so that's that's something that's there. I'm going to straight up attack.
You got advantage because you've got her surrounded.
That's good. That would be a 21.
That's a big hit. Using the silver sword.
Using my silver sword, which is a D6. D6 plus 5. Oh, that's a 6. Plus I've got a 1d6 damage from the Hunter's Mark. So that is 9. 14.
Plus 5.
Plus 5.
14.
Yeah, 14 points of damage with the silver sword.
14 points of damage.
Wow.
Constance.
We came back with the alien.
We've come back strong.
We had a quick breather.
So, I really do want to have a competition to win all of these dice. Yeah, it looks almost comical. You're kind of fighting, I imagine you're kind of fighting the style of a Roman legionnaire because you're using a short sword. So you're kind of getting up in her grill and just
stabbing.
And stabbing and being... So this is a finesse weapon. So when you've got a finesse weapon, you can choose to either use dexterity and be light on your feet, or you can still use strength with it.
Yeah,
but you're using this, what almost looks in your hand to be a large dagger, and with a massive shield and just pummeling her into the ground.
Yeah.
It's the way that I'm kind of visualising it.
That's 100% what I'd love to do.
Fantastic. It's not pretty to watch as she's bringing these claws up as you manage to get your shield down onto her. It's not 1, but 2, but 3 very quick little stabs into her. As you can see, she's bleeding from multiple locations. This kind of black, thick ichor kind of blood dripping down her in lots of places now. She does not look well. You've got a move action if you still want to do anything, but you can't. She'll get an attack if you move away from her.
I will skirt around her so that I am facing the doorway of the...
Yeah, so you in this combat, so it's very easy for like D&D combat to feel like but try and keep it nice and fluid. As you do, you kind of
in between me and the doorway. Yeah.
So if anything else comes through that door, you're going to see it coming at your face on. Irene and Ismark. Ismark runs for the child.
Mm-hmm. I've let go of him at this
he's
point.
still using this spear. He puts a hand out. Come with me. He takes a second, looks at him. Someone give me a d20.
Yeah.
Is it above 10?
4.
No. He has the recognition of looking at this kid and thinks that he should know who he is, but he doesn't. He doesn't twig it. I'll keep you safe, boy. As the child looks up to him and happily runs behind him, and Ismark stands his ground towards the back with the spear pointing out. Irina charges forwards to stand beside you, Constance. Hits. It's a glancing blow. So she's coming in with the longsword. You can see some of the training that you've paid off. She's fighting by your shoulder, not in a hugely aggressive way, but it would make it very hard for you to get flanked now as she steps in.
Nice.
Hessia. You stand inside. The smell of this sweet, intoxicating pasties fills your lungs. You can't help but think, wouldn't it be nice to have one last pasty, one last bite? As you manage to shake your head, you're not completely addicted to them yet. Standing in front of you, eyeing you up casually, stands this 5'9", lanky, greasy hair, long pointed nose with a wart on the sides, piercing eyes as she kind of had walked towards you and just thrust both fingers into your face as you can feel blood running down now, as you can see blood dripping freely off her fingers. As she stands staring you down.
Hooray.
You can see she is preparing to strike. But somehow your reactions kick in and you are quicker than her. What do you do?
Am I still under the...
Oh, you're most definitely cursed, yes.
So I need...
Nothing... And your thing hit her. And Irene... So I was just checking, the curse requires concentration. So every time you hit her, there's a chance that she'll lose her concentration and the curse will break.
Okay.
You may or may, you probably wouldn't know that. Hessia probably would as a spell. No, you probably would as a spellcaster. Yeah, you knew what spell she cast.
So do I need to roll to break?
First of all, you need a will save, which you are currently at disadvantage for.
Can I...
Die, yes.
Stop being so gleeful! Can I invoke Tides of Chaos now?
You can indeed. So it gives you advantage on any saving throw.
Yeah. So does that go from disadvantage to advantage, or does it just neutralise the disadvantages?
It neutralises it.
It's not as good as I wanted, but it's better than
I'm
nothing.
happy for... So inspiration points, I suppose it does give you advantage, but I'm happy for you to use it as a re-roll, because it's a bit more fun that way.
Okay.
Because I don't give them out that willy-nilly. I think you've only had in 6 or 7 sessions, I think you've had 2.
This is my first one.
Yeah, this is your first one you've had.
So it's warming up the die.
Which dice are you using there?
This is
The lion, is it?
the lion set.
It didn't do well for you.
Are you
It
sure
did
that's
not
a
do
nice-
well for me last week, but it's done well for me before. Right.
Good luck, Cassia.
I'm quite nervous.
It did well.
18! I'm not riding on that.
We've got a week of this stress.
As you stare into this
Not out of the woods yet.
abyssal creature's eyes, this what you assume to be some form of hag. You're not 100% sure what sort of hag, but you're pretty sure it's a hag. You stare as she calmly starts to walk towards you again, claws out. You think she's getting ready for the kill stroke. You're stood there almost powerless to do anything as you blink once, twice, and then come to your senses, and it's like hitting a wall. The smell of this putrid in the corner just hits you. The blood, the pain from where you were just completely wiped out by this curse just comes smashing back into you as if you've woken up from the horrendous hangover. Your senses all come back at once. The hearing of this battle outside where you can hear people crying in pain, this child, and you can hear Irina's battle cry and the various... I'm guessing you fight with shouts.
Probably.
Yeah. And you can hear the sounds of battle, and you look around and see where you are. It's your turn. What would you like to do? You've got your full action.
I am turning myself invisible again.
Okay. So you invoke...
But I used Tides of Chaos, didn't I?
You do indeed.
Anything could happen here, folks.
Oh boy.
You're going to blow up.
Okay, do you want to give me a D100, please? Of course. So because you've used your ability that gives you advantage or disadvantage, I now get the choice to invoke Wild Magic, which of course I will, which means you've now got that ability back again.
Yeah. 49.
Are we all going to go blind again?
What have I done?
Okay, I'm gonna text you it.
Oh no!
I could just look it up.
It'll be funny.
It's more fun. Adam's just texting us horrible things that we've done.
Just gonna say you're dead.
You have exploded.
Okay, great.
Oh god.
Okay,
But is she invisible?
let me know
when this
if you do
happens?
try,
But is she invisible?
and I'll tell you what happens. Yes, you most definitely are.
Yay.
As you invoke the spell and vanish.
I have a 10% chance of a heart infection. This isn't helpful for me.
Yeah, you completely vanish. So you still make noise.
Yeah.
So that's your action, and that it's an action to do that, isn't it? It's not a.
Yeah, it's an action.
So you can move 30 foot.
Heading out the door.
Yeah, you're going to try and be sneaky. So if you try and be sneaky, you move less, unless you just run for it, and then you get disadvantage on your stealth roll for making noise. They're not going to be able to see you, but if you make noise, that you're on her.
Yeah.
So if you make a lot of noise, she make a swipe at you, and then she may get you.
No, she'd run. She
Yeah.
wouldn't be stealthy enough.
Okay, give me a. So you're just sprinting. You're not even attempting to be quiet.
Like a little bit, but not full on like roguey stealth. And she wouldn't just like run into her.
Okay, so
Stupid,
quick.
but-
Yeah, give me a stealth roll. So you're making a stealth roll, but you're at negatives to your roll.
Uh, 16.
Ooh, pretty good. So what is your AC?
12.
She clips you.
That might-
So I'm going to give you damage reduction versus what she's hit you with. So I gave you plus 10 to AC,
Yeah.
and she clipped you.
I'm fucking invisible.
Take 8 points of damage.
I'm out.
Oh,
I'm
no.
invisible.
So invisibility goes off because you're knocked out? Is it a concentration?
It's concentration.
Yeah, so yeah.
So I'd become visible again.
So you'd make it to the door,
I've just gone splot through the door.
and you'd see her slide into the floor.
Oh damn!
I thought I'd solved this. Why was I not stealthy? Stupid tiefling.
My turn.
Is she blocking the door now?
She'd be a pile on the floor.
Inside still.
No,
In the
sort of
doorway.
on the threshold of the door.
Right.
At least I've kept them inside.
You are now an obstacle. Well done.
The thing that you texted me, how long does that last for?
Till I say.
Okay.
This is making me really agitated.
You'll never find out if you die.
It's like we touch you and we explode or something.
Oh god!
I am covered in metal. Better not be anything electricity.
I am a human property ping.
Human property.
I'm more of a Pascal with a wobble at the moment.
Giant jellyfish on the floor. A beached one.
So, you see the hag who's outside with you, looking worse for wear, grab onto this necklace. Clearly magical. Bear with me. There's like little red stone that looks like a heart shape. She grabs onto it and she makes eye contact with you, and then blinks, and then just vanishes from sight. The one inside, seeing what has happened, with me, sorry.
There's a bear with you. Shit.
No, it's fine. I can speak to animals.
Give me a spellcraft, please.
Anyone or?
Who?
Anyone with spellcraft?
People who are trainers.
What?
Okay,
I would not be
no.
helpful in this
Oh,
situation.
is it arcane?
You're
Arcane. Yeah, sorry. Arcane. Sorry. They removed spellcraft.
Nah.
That would be a 9.
Nope.
No.
Nah.
Don't have arcane.
As you hear in this abyssal, this guttural tongue.
What does it say? Because I can understand Abyssal. I do. I'm common in Abyssal.
off
They're the two
my
things I speak.
land.
Yeah. You off my lord.
Probably is.
You kids.
So, for you, Constance, it's this like poison. Imagine like the opposite of the Gregory charm. It's just kind of like
fingernails down the blackboard.
for you especially, and Jackal for you as well. It's like really, as she. I need more dice. Nature, hear my call. Come to me now. Aid your servant. As you can all feel the back of and the hairs on your neck start to stand on end. As it gets worse and worse, as you can see static coming between her fingers as she thrusts a hand out of the door as a bolt of lightning 5 foot wide and 100 foot long just poof, erupts from her standing position straight down. So that is going to be yes. You can have advantage on your save. Me, you can have advantage on your save because you're all kind of
in the line, yeah.
What are we saving?
Dexterity.
Oh,
Dexterity?
Dex. Is it Dex?
1 second.
16.
Dexterity save.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 or... You said I have advantage?
11,
20.
16.
17.
11.
16.
17.
20.
11.
Oh, jeez. Does someone want to roll for Irina for
I
me?
can do that. 16. I don't know what her modifiers are, but if you have any.
She's fine.
Hey.
Gosh.
So basically this big bolt of lightning just went past me as well.
No, the bolt line didn't go anywhere. It just hit the metal sheet that is...
Damn it, I shouldn't have said that 5 minutes ago.
You're standing on the ground, it's fine.
And someone roll for Ismark for me.
Go on, Karen. 7.
But isn't he further away than you? So when you
He
get
did. He
advantage...
grabbed the kid. I don't know whether he actually ran off with him.
Give me, he'll have advantage because it's
he's
kind of
he's next to
flipping
me.
the wall.
7 still, because that was worse.
Okay, if you didn't save, it's 22 points of damage.
What counts as a save?
That was taking me out in one go.
What did you get?
17.
Yes.
16.
Yes.
20.
Yes. No.
Fine.
And then it's half damage, isn't it?
And it's half damage if you save.
So,
Save, so
11.
11. Oh, I'm out.
You're knocked out.
I'm out.
2 down.
Oh.
I'm on 7.
I'm down.
13.
Red, it is your turn.
I'm down.
So you need to do a save versus death,
And
which
what?
is a straight d20.
Straight D20. Okay. I'm going to use
10 or above is good.
Matt. 12.
That's good. So you've got 1 positive save, and you should
Okay.
see, I
Yeah,
think,
I
on your
can
character
see.
sheet,
Yeah, a little.
Success.
whichever one you fill up first is what happens
Whichever
to
one
you.
is. Yeah.
If you get a 1, it counts as 2 negatives. If you get a 20, it counts as 2 positives.
Cool.
Jakul, it is your turn. Your ears ringing, the hairs on the back of your neck on edge, the ground, you can see like the grass looks like just blackened from where this bolt of pure electricity has struck out from the house. The witch that you, or the hag, sorry, that you were fighting is no longer there. You're not sure what happened to them.
Would I hear them? Would I have heard them move or... Just went invisible and then that's it.
Give me a roll, so you might be able to.
Like perception or?
No, it would probably be. Give me a knowledge religion to see if you've heard anything about that a bit, or knowledge arcane.
Okay. Natural 20.
I know everything about this.
Fighting evil. These are like the complete opposite of you. Mm-hmm. So these are ugly, horrendous, horrific monsters. You are beauty and handsome, and yes. You know they carry 2 items which they make. Mm-hmm. The heart allows them to go to the ethereal plane.
Okay.
So that she's literally gone to a different plane of existence to escape you.
So she's definitely not there anymore.
But you know that they can, from your knowledge of planes, that plane is like right on top of ours. So you can travel in that plane, and it's like the ghost plane basically, which is on top of ours. So they're in that one.
But they can't just snap back instantly whenever they want, or take a bit of time?
She might be able to snap back. She might be able to affect you in this plane of existence as well. Your knowledge would be that protection from evil will stop her being able to touch you with a natural 20 for sure.
Okay.
So she won't be able to affect Gabriel.
Okay.
But from what you saw of her, she was not looking good at all. Mm-hmm. She was looking real bad.
Okay. The door, the windmill opens inward, right?
It does indeed. So the hag who is inside is towards the middle of the room, has not come outside the room.
Would I be able to cast a spell, drag someone out and close the door, or would that be too much?
So your movement action, you can kind of do other bits as part of it, which would use up movement.
Yeah.
So,
So I want to drag her out and close the door.
Goodbye.
Not today, thank you.
Changed our mind about coming in.
If I can cast a spell as well, or
so your action is to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that first, or as part of your movement?
Well, I'll the movement will be like closing the door and pulling her out, and then as I'm pulling her out,
probably take 10 to close the door. Probably 10 to pick her up, so you've got 10 foot left over.
Okay. So while I'm dragging her out, I'll also cast Cure Wounds on you to try and wake you up. So yep.
Are you going to pick her up, or are you going to...
I'm going to kind of drag her, so I'm kind of half holding her and kind of just pulling her out of the way and casting it on her to just wake her up, basically.
Okay. Yep, give me...
Okay, so it's 1d8.
Okay.
Yep, as you pump a 1d8, 8. I'll let you know what happens.
Okay. But I am still holding her because it's a touch spell, so I'm like, if she doesn't wake up, I will drag her with me. Oh.
Thanks.
I'm not dying anymore.
It's a 1.
So grateful.
What's my spellcast?
It's on the other page.
2,
it should be
probably.
like.
Is it like attack bonus or
proficiency?
Spell
bonus?
attack.
It's on the 3rd page.
It's on the 3rd page.
It's
It's at the top
spell attack
right.
bonus?
Spell attack
It's
bonus,
4. I don't know how I got that number, but yeah. So it's 5 health.
5 hit points. Okie doke.
Do I get up?
No. As you reach down, what armor are you wearing? You're not, are you?
I'm wearing some scale mail.
Some scale.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's appropriate.
Yeah. It matches.
A little bit
You just make
cannibalistic.
As you do, you're still really statically charged, and as you reach down and touch her, you get that kind of jolt which puts you off your heel a bit. You're pretty sure it's still got through, but nowhere near as strong as you would like.
Okay.
You've got her, and you've got 10 foot of movement. She has not woken up.
If she just comes down and casts that again, we're kind of screwed.
What are you going for in character? You can talk. So if there's something you want to say,
should I hold the door or we run?
So you can talk back. You've got kind of 6 seconds worth of.
Run, get back.
Okay, I will drag her with me and go as far as I can with what's
foot.
left of my move.
Gabriel.
Do I see red go down?
Quick perception, quick look round, you would see who is up. When the lightning bolt hit and you're at the back, rather than kind of dodging, it looked like Constance more braced for it.
Brace for it, yeah.
Which gave you guys a big advantage. Dispersed the bolt a lot, sort of filling up the sort of main way through to get to you.
Okay.
As you look over your shoulder, you can see Ismark is on the floor. You can see the kid is on the floor, but it looks like he's been pushed away from the blast.
Okay.
And Ismark is in the blast.
Right. Oof. And I see red down as well, I guess.
And you see red down as well.
How far away is red from me?
I think I'd ran about 30 feet away from.
Perfect.
So I'm
the
going
windmill.
to move 30 foot to red.
Yeah.
I'm then going to force a healing potion down her throat.
No, lovely.
Yeah, that'll put you
It
straight onto
is,
1 hit point, so it'll bring you back.
2d4 plus 2.
We're just going to say it puts her on 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does a stabilise action.
Yep.
Cool.
And I am going to basically use as
So
much
that's
perception
your-
as I can to like my crossbow, just waiting for that witch to reappear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Constance, you're at the door. You can the shield bits of bzz, bzz still on it. Your ears humming from it.
Is my Irina's next to me, isn't she?
Yeah, you took a lot of the blast for her,
Yeah.
and she's still on her feet.
Yeah. I'm going to push us both back and keep an eye out for. I'm not going to just run back blindly. I'm going to be turning around and.
So tactical withdrawal.
Yeah, tactical withdrawal.
So you can move and then save your action if something's going to happen, but it probably isn't.
Yes.
But you've got to state what's going to happen.
Sure. Oh god, I shouldn't have stared directly at that light then. That really. Woo! Yes, Constance is going to move back and sort of put her arm out so that to sort of encourage Irina to move back as well. But she just saw that hag blink out of existence, so presumably she's coming back at some point. And it's just on the defensive, but she wants to get away from there. They've got everybody out now.
Yep.
So.
Irina, with you helping her back, kind of does the classic looking round. Her hair has gone from the amount of static in it. As she kind of has a couple of big blinks and looks over her shoulder and sees Ismark down and just starts running towards him. Seeing him on the floor, looks up to see if anyone can help and cradles him. She's talking, but everyone's ears are all rumming and you can't really hear what she's saying. Hessia, give me... We'll do you at the end if that's okay.
Okay.
What have you done? I don't know.
The door opens as you hear this. No, you wouldn't hear it, sorry. You see the door open slightly as your ears still ringing from it. You've got this crossbow pointed out at it. There's a little head, this ugly creature with this dark skin, lanky hair dripping down. Kind of points its head round. You can see the blood dripping off the fingers from Hessia's face. Sees you withdrawing. Waits to see what you do.
Keep going back.
Continue to be dead.
Also, that one I do have advantage on because it ain't my bird.
Red?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you would.
Oh, being here, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Ismark. Get him up.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me some healing, please.
Where's my D8 gone? Is that one? That the D8? Yes. 1d8 plus spellcasting modifier, so 3, 5, 8.
Nice, yeah, big heal. He... And then the first thing he sees is Irina. As he looks around confused what's happened, the second thing he looks for is the small boy, Brian Morrison.
Shit. What have I done?
As he looks up to see the hag kind of with a hand looking over and starts to kind of push himself over to the boy to get up and push away. Shakul.
It's not time.
I'm backing off as quick as I can, carrying her with me.
Yeah.
And is everyone further back than me? Am I the last one?
You're the furthest forward at the moment.
Should I try and wake you?
I'm very
So
concerned
it
as to
was
why I'm not
Hessia's turn
waking up.
first, so we'll do Hessia's turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want me to roll to?
No. So, what you say is what you say.
Okay.
As you start making your way out, you can't help but take a look over your shoulder as you see the hag looking to where you were. But being a spellcaster, you weren't trying to hide what spell you were casting as you vanish. You're 100% sure she knew what you cast. As you start breaking for the door to get out before she can react, you feel something pierce through your back. As you stumble, as you see the floor rising up towards you, as you bounce once, look over your shoulder, as you can see this fight and you're looking up towards the sky, see the blades of the windmill turning slowly, the creaks that they're making, as you can feel static building. The blinding light flashes over the top of you. And as quick as the light comes, it goes pitch black. You're still lying flat on your back, but it's just complete darkness. It's quite misty as it's closing in. Although it's in the dark, you can still sense this mist around you. So soon. So soon your soul comes to me. But it need not be this way.
Do the thing. The thing you messaged me about.
Yep.
I will try to do the thing that you messaged me about.
Oh my god, what's going on?
You try and talk, and just nothing comes out of your mouth at all. There's nothing. There's no voice. There's nothing coming out at all. As you feel something come over you, it's not pleasant. There's like a cold energy here as it washes over you. It's like getting hit by a wave. As you feel your head start to clear slightly, as you look round, as you try and open your mouth again, but this time there's a voice there. It does not have to be this way.
Where am I?
Do not concern yourself.
Who are you?
Do not concern yourself. I can be an ally. I can help you.
You can take me back to where I was?
Yes.
What do you want from me?
What do you offer?
I've got a great eye patch.
You have one chance. What do you offer?
I don't know what you want.
You've heard the voice of Strahd, and you've seen Strahd, and you've felt Strahd's magic. This is different. This is not Strahd. You are sure of that.
I don't know what I can offer you. I can... Magic? Gold?
Make your bargain. What do you offer?
My services?
Deal!
Oh, God.
You don't fuck
As the mist clears, as you blink and it is blindingly light, give me a D20, please.
2.
Is this the
Is this the time where I should use my initiative?
Nice.
Oh no.
Okay.
Inspiration?
Yes, is this where I use my inspiration? Is this a...
No.
Okay.
As you're pulling her back, your eyes snap open. You're thrust back into the realm of the living. Role play it out for me, please.
Can I...
You can talk, yeah.
Yeah. What?
You're on your back still being dragged.
Well, I'll be trying. Every pulling.
Yeah, you can feel yourself being pulled across the floor.
Ow, 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 ow.
She went before me, right?
You're back to full hit points
Okay, oh, nice.
and full spell points.
Nice. Make deals more.
It's as if you had had a long rest.
Oh, amazing. I don't regret anything. Ow, you're hurting me, Ow, stop dragging me, ow, please stop, I'm fine, please stop.
I will hoist her to her feet. I just assume my spell is delayed working or something like that. I'm going to kind of thrust you behind me. And
You can see on her, she doesn't seem to have any wounds at all. The ones on her face seem to have closed.
Damn, I'm good.
As you continue to back off.
Yeah, we need to move now.
I'm not looking healthy.
I'm still poking the crossbow. I'm still pointing the crossbow.
You see the hag looking at you from the door, looking confused at what's just happened.
She's not the only one.
But then looks down at Hesia's blood coating her nails. You see her carefully pull out a cloth and wipe it, and then push it into a pouch. And closes the door.
This hasn't gone well for me, really, has it? From start to finish.
Irina, we need to get out of here. We need to go, and we need to go now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ismark comes to you very serious. Were there any more children in there? Yasha.
Yeah.
Is the boy alive?
Yeah.
Cool.
Good. Quick to the road, and then we'll discuss.
To the road then.
Let's go.
Let's go to the road.
I am really in need of a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As soon as we're back on the road, I cast Lay on Hands on you and myself. Anybody else looking really worse for wear?
I'm a bit injured.
Great.
Never better.
5, 8 for you.
Thank you.
5 for you.
4 for you, Blanca.
Yeah.
4 for you, Blanca.
Anyone still badly injured? I can
I'm on
cast
9.
I'm on half hits, and I'm on 12 out of 24.
I'm on 9 out of 24.
I'll cast another heal on you.
Thank
Some normal
you.
one.
Yeah, get him to do it. You feel great when he does it.
Still another one for myself.
Ismark unstoppers a small potion
Okay.
and sips that, and gives one to Irina as well, who sips that.
I talked to the boy.
I'm casting it on myself as well.
What happened in there? He's maybe 9, maybe 10.
What
You've
town?
definitely seen him before. He was the one you saw
Is
in
he-
the village of Barovia.
Barovia.
Ismark comes over as soon as you start engaging him.
Ismark, I believe this is now your charge.
Congratulations, you have a squire. let's move on.
Father often used to take in orphans and look after them.
He was from your village.
I'll
I
do the same.
recognise him.
You'll be safe within my household. I'll treat you as my own if you want to stay with me.
I would stay with him, boy, since your family sold you for a pasty made of children meat. And I start walking down the road.
You start heading.
Yeah.
You feel an itch on your neck. Can everyone give me a perception, please?
Including me?
Yeah. I know you'd know straight away.
Oh, okay.
9.
19. I'm rolling 18s a lot.
19.
As you see Hessia kind of itching her neck. You don't wear anything on a high neck, do you?
She has like a scarf on. But
Okay. As you
that
see,
kind of come loose. Yeah.
yeah, you're itching it and you can't help. As you feel what at first feels like a cut, and then another cut above it and one below it, and one and one and one. As you look over, you see. You're sure she didn't have it before, but there's like 3 flaps of skin on her neck, sort of hanging down.
That isn't a tiefling trait, is it?
No.
No, jeez.
So you happy for me to say to everyone what's happened?
Yeah.
So you've developed gills. You can now breathe underwater, but you've got disadvantage on Constitution saving throws when not fully submerged in water.
Do we carry a bucket round?
How long does that last for? Does that last forever?
Is that your wild magic thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
No, the wild magic was that I couldn't talk. So what we need is a bucket, and whenever we get into a fight, if you can just put me in the bucket.
It needs to be a very big bucket.
You get back to the road. You two notice this, and you start making your way down the main road again.
Yeah.
What's the plan? So let me do it as this, Mark. Time out. We'll pause for a second.
Okay.
Do you need the toilet? Yes. Shall I have a quick toilet and drink break?
I will also need the toilet once Sander's done.
You're on red light.
Once Sander's done, I will also need...
I felt bad for you. So
That was.
I gave you plus 10 AC
Yeah.
and she rolled a 19 to hit you. I was just like, jeez. So it doesn't say that you get bonus AC, but that's what it used to be. It used to be.
I think the attacker now has disadvantage.
Is it disadvantage?
Disadvantage
Okay.
when you're,
yeah,
when you're
sorry, I
invisible,
should
because
have
you're
done
in total cover when you're invisible.
Yes. No, you are correct. That is the rule.
But then that's kind of cool. To be fair, 10.
We got
10
a
AC.
real
I mean, she
hodgepodge
was
of rules.
literally holding you when you were
Yeah.
invisible, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like
There.
right in front of you.
So I can breathe underwater, but disadvantage to Constitution.
Anytime there's a Constitution save, you have disadvantage.
Disadvantage unless I'm fully submerged in water.
Was that the wild magic, maybe? Or...
No, the wild magic was I couldn't talk until Adam told me
Yes.
otherwise.
It came out as speech bubbles. But you were invisible, so I was like, rubbish! And then you were in the demon,
Yeah.
whatever.
Wherever I went.
In the hellscape. Could you make me some broth, please?
I was just thinking about a little broth
It's a broth break.
Broth, bro!
Is it still warm?
Pancakes, that's what we need.
Something.
I am injured.
Hi, good.
I am a fish.
I don't need the spoon.
Well, you made it out of there,
I
though.
made it out. I was doing
You were
so
so
well.
close.
Well done, team.
Until I accidentally ended up in some sort
You
of
want to
weird
know?
demon
Do
dimension.
you want to know what hit points you got her down to?
Yeah.
Almost single figures.
Oh, we almost
So
killed.
potentially
So you're
one more-
telling me that a bunch of level 3 characters nearly killed a night hag?
Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, I made a big.
Vengeance.
It was, you rolled well, and that big 12 from the
force damage, yeah.
force damage.
That first 18, that
they're
was my
strong
fault.
and they've got good defense. But if you can hit them with stuff like that, because
As soon as you said that as soon as you said that she didn't take damage from the hammer, I was like, right, so it's got to be silver or like radiant or force damage.
and they really good saving throws. But because that's a magical to hit, it didn't matter that they got good saving throws because you're just smashing them.
That's
But that could have been very different. If you would have failed your save,
Yeah,
you would
that
have failed your
first roll
save,
had-
it would have been. They probably would have dropped you. They definitely would have
Yeah.
dropped you.
I'm glad I used my inspiration dice. Right, for that. It was worth it.
It was worth using Tides of Chaos. Actually, it wasn't, because I got 18 straight away, but
I love Tides of Chaos. Well, you would have, remember, you would have had to roll 2 and take the lowest.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Tides of Chaos is great.
Good scrap. Good scrap.
Yeah.
Right, can we just have a bunch of
Demon
we just have
dimension.
like a bunch of soft zombies to beat the shit out of.
Yeah.
Now we need to know. We don't investigate when it's dangerous. We
I'd
have
quite
be
like to
extra
know
cautious
where I
now.
just went
I'm
and
gonna-
who I've made a deal with.
I'm
It was me! What are you talking about? I just healed you.
You should totally tell the paladin. That's my advice.
To be fair, I'm going to do an arcana check now.
Cast on me.
I'm going to do an arcana check on her, like, that's not right. That is not the physiology of a tiefling.
Yum yum.
The spells are working better though. It seems to be getting like better with spells, what spells to use and stuff.
Yeah, now I'm
Concentration,
not
yeah.
understanding what I need to keep track of as
Is
well.
it Pirates
You
of
are
the
literally-
Caribbean,
you're
where
literally
they
a
have
buffer
that,
and a debuffer?
monster
Yeah,
and you
that's
can't
what
step
I'm
on
gonna
land, so they
build
have little
that.
buckets. That's what I need now.
Davy Jones can't step on the land.
It's like once
'Cause
every 12 years.
What I
Yeah,
do
put it in
So
a
rather than like
hex,
bringing
I
them meeting
debuff,
just
Yeah.
towards
and you
the
can buff the
coastline,
party.
like
So I
stand in a
debuff,
Did you read the big
the
tunnel
enemy,
about that we
and then
did
you
a
buff
while
us.
ago?
Yeah.
But what I can do is I can remove like dexterity, so your sacred flame that does radiant damage.
Testing the boundary
Is like-
of the curse.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
fuck off.
that-
Because there's no save versus hex, is
So
there?
is that
No.
technically land?
You just
Probably not.
you just
It's not
get
there all the
debuffed
time.
by that.
So
Yeah.
it's like
But yeah,
in a bucket
the hex.
on
It's
a
pretty good.
sandbar.
It's just
That's enough.
If you
of
can
it
chain
for you to
together-
see
Yeah,
that it
Sacred,
counts.
Sacred Flame is pretty
Enough
nice
land
as
for
well.
people to be able to stand on.
there used to be
one
in
year
Pathfinder a class called a witch,
I love curses in
and I
things
found
for, like,
it. It was so ridiculous.
Yeah, because it was all curses, wasn't it?
Written things
Or
where
hexes,
you
so
can
you
find
get-
Loophole.
Fucking love loopholes.
My favourite in 3.5 though was a knight.
Loopholes?
Loopholes, yeah, you stick them to it. No, loopholes in like curses and things where you can find out, like Eowyn straight in, like I am no man.
Ah,
It's that.
I want a bucket of water.
You,
Whose fault is this?
My favourite
it's fine,
thing
Nick.
is in 3.5 with the knights, because of all the different stances.
yeah.
So you're just like, oh, I'm against something that hits hard. I will take a defensive stance and increase my already 22 AC to 24. Enjoy to hit me.
Are we leveling up or no?
Oh yes, everyone's leveled up.
What? What now? Mid
Last.
Oh my god.
Well, while
Okay.
we're on a break.
How do we do that?
Or do we want to do it at the end of the session? What time is it?
I had to use an app to help me last time.
8.
Oh, well, we can do
Early,
that now then.
blimey.
Yeah, let's do it as we travel.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay, I need. So I
Mutant
go.
fish powers activate.
Oh, I need the player's handbook.
I'm a really interesting Marrow.
So as this is quite a big level up, so you can, as you level up, you can get +2 to a stat, or you can choose a feat, and there are some quite cool ones.
Oh god.
I have no idea what the feats are.
No, you need that.
Is it +2 to one stat or +1 and +1?
You can either have +1 to 2 stats. So let me do a welcome back to the show.
Okay. Should we maintain the
Wait,
section we
pardon?
were in before? I assume I was dabbing.
Yeah,
That
we'll
is
put
my
something
main
stupid in.
regret from LARPcon. I didn't dab when I went up on stage because that would have been.
No, except in just dab and then walk off.
What kind of dab would it be? Would it be like a quick one? Would it be one of these ones there?
It would be the.
The gentleman one. The
Gentleman's dab.
Gentleman's dab.
Yeah, it would be the full Pascal.
I give you full permission. If I kill you as Strahd, I'm allowed to dab, and if you manage to kill
It'd just be
Strahd,
you standing on top of the table, just.
This is. I now know 3 cantrips,
nice.
so I get an extra cantrip, so I will have technically 1.
Oh, so let me do the welcome back and then we'll say.
Yeah, let the thing
Oh my god.
So, welcome back from that break, from the excitement of escaping the super happy friendly hags.
The nice old ladies.
The nice old
Lovely old
ladies.
ladies.
Let's all go have a Gangster's pasty. Yum, yum, yum.
Yay.
I think I'd rather have a manky child pasty than the instance.
But the good news is, the party, after that experience of seeing that and rescuing Brian Borenson, have leveled up to the mighty level 4.
Woohoo! That's the sound.
Which is a big level in D&D because they get bonus to a stat or they can choose a feat. If you've got phones, you can have a look at, if you Google
Currently trying to do the maths of the hit points.
5e feats, you'll see that there's a page of all sorts of feats. You don't have to pick it now, but we can, if you're happy, we'll kind of spend a couple of minutes doing that, and then we'll.
I don't know where the rest of the druid cards have gone.
Plod along.
You got him?
So I get +2 onto a thing, yeah?
So you can either have +2 to 1 stat, +1 to 2 stats, or choose a feat.
Well,
But remember, some of the feats are kind of like half feats, and they give +1 to a stat and like a little bonus as well.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
Wild shape improvement.
pardon?
Wild shape improvement.
Oh, so what can you turn into now?
I think it's no. Flying is the next one up. So level 8 is flying. I think now it's anything that's in the water. How apt?
I'm in the water.
How apt? I think it's anything water. Well, within reason, I think. I think the example was like things like crocodiles. So I can be a croc.
Be my
I
water
am
friend.
going to change one of my invocations from the Eyes of the Rune Keeper that allows me to read all writing.
Okay, that's kind of handy.
Or I could keep that and change the Mask of Many Faces, but then I don't get to do the... No, I'm going to keep Mask of Many Faces.
Yeah, you're really good with the mask.
I'm going to remove the eyes.
So
That
do you
allows
want
me...
me to help you first, Georgia?
Yes, please.
And then I'm
So-
going to take...
Why can't we let you level 5 yet? That's when things get fun.
Me. I
for
need to work
paladins.
out my hit points. Think go up as well.
Yes. Are you ready for your spells?
Yeah.
So spell slots. You have 1 extra cantrip.
Yeah.
That should bring you to 3 cantrips.
Yeah.
And you can cast 1 extra second level spell.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm 3.
Your spells, your hit points go up by 1d8 plus your constitution modifier.
Okay.
So you can roll or you can take 1 over half. It's up to you.
Wait.
Is it 1 over what?
1d8 or my constitution modifier. I'll go with the d8. Why not?
So my health goes
2.
up
So it's the same.
to
So
1.
it goes up by 2.
No, 2 plus your constitution mod.
Oh, 2. So 4. So I'm on 28.
So you can take 1 over half plus your con mod. Spell
7.
casting. When you do so, choose a number of druid spells equal to wisdom modifier plus your druid level. So per day, you now know an extra spell. So you choose. What's your wisdom modifier?
My wisdom modifier is 3.
3. And you're level 4. So per day, you can choose 7 spells for that day.
Okay. 7 spells a day.
And
that doesn't include cantrips, does it?
Nope. And anything else. And now you can either choose a feat or a stat increase. You can delay that choice if you want to have a good look at all the feats.
Yeah.
Because there's quite a few if you Google feats. Because some of like the half feats are really strong, especially. So remember not to metagame it too much, but if your main stat for you is probably your wisdom for your casting. If that's on an odd number,
Yeah, no, it's on a even.
so putting +2 on that's probably not
Potentially.
is quite good because then that gives you wisdom 18.
Yeah.
But it depends if you want to be more casty or you could do some of the feats make you a bit more generalist. Some of the feats are really quite fun.
Yeah, I'll
Have a goosey.
quick.
Matt, are you okay doing yours, or do you want me to go through?
The HP, how is it? So
You can either take 1 over half plus con, or you can roll.
That's 4 plus con, or
Yeah. Well, 1 over half, so 5.
5. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll just do that.
Hessia, are you okay?
I think help.
Okay.
So what can I?
Let's have a little look, shall we?
I'm just
So I get
working
more
out how my
spells.
spells are affected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get 1 more cantrip and.
So now I do an extra cantrip. I can have 4. I can have 3 second level.
Is it 1 feet instead of the?
It is indeed.
Okay, so I get extra.
Are you ready for your...
Yes.
So your cantrips known goes to 5.
Yeah.
Your spells known goes to 5, so you get an extra spell.
Oh, nice.
And your
That's what I
spells
couldn't
per
find.
day, 4 for first and 3 for
Oh,
second.
that's gone up. Hurrah!
And your sorcery points go up to 4.
Yes, that I'd work. Yeah, it was the spell's known.
Remember, you can use sorcery points to only really get a spell back at the moment.
I can use them to get an extra. Yeah, to use it, get an extra slot.
You've not really got anything exciting with them.
I have
yet.
twinned and I have.
Oh yeah, shoot it at 2.
Twinned and distant, I think I went for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That feat might be quite good for you. It's called Elemental Adept.
Did our proficiency bonus go up? So it's 3 now, right?
No, it's level 5 for 3.
Sorry?
Level 5 is plus 3.
Okay.
Still level 2.
Cool.
Proficiency doesn't really go up that high, especially compared to kind of like 3rd edition, 3.5. Your proficiency bonus goes crazy. Like every level gets better.
Yeah.
Almost. Your bonus to hit as a fighter, where here it doesn't, which I quite like.
Yeah, it's good.
Kitty?
Yes.
Happy enough, or do you want me to?
Yes. How do you do the hit points?
Oh yes.
Yes.
So you can either take 1 over half, or you can roll.
1 over half. What does that mean?
Your D10. So you can either take 6 plus your con bonus, or you can roll the D10 and take that plus your con bonus.
That's 8, so I'll just take that. That sounds good.
Playing it safe. You sure? You could roll a 10.
I feel like I've pushed my luck already.
You could roll a 1.
Fine, thanks. That's 40.
Hessia, are you going to roll?
Okay, how do I do hit points?
So I think you're a D. What hit points are you?
My hit dice is 3d6, so I'm assuming it's.
So you're a D6. You're probably the worst one to roll. So you can either take 4 or roll a D6. So 4 plus your con bonus.
4 plus. Con bonus is plus 4, so 8.
Your con bonus
2.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, you're safe. Sorry. Yeah, so you can either take 6 hit points, or you can roll a D6 plus 2.
So I'm going to take 6.
Yeah, exactly. The higher the hit dice, the more likely you are to roll.
Yeah.
Gabriel?
I have taken the 7 points because it's rolled a d8, 5 plus my con.
Nice.
So I'll take 7. I've also changed one of my invocations from the one that allows me to read any language to the Book of Ancient Secrets.
What does that do?
That allows me to choose 2 rituals and then put it into the book.
Ah, nice. What are you going for?
I'm going to go for Find Familiar, and then I'm going to find another one.
Ooh, that's a good one. Identify, not to metagame you, but identify might be a handy one.
Yep.
Or detect magic.
Yeah, I'll have a look into it. But I am going to take the feat Alert.
Ooh, what does that do?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Alert.
I was thinking of alert.
You gain a 5+ bonus to initiative.
You can't go first.
You can't be surprised while you are conscious. Other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against you
He'll never be surprised.
as a result of being unseen by you. So other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against you as a result of being unseen by you. So if someone tries to attack me, it doesn't get advantage because I'm like, oh, hang on a minute, someone's there.
Nice, that is good.
So I'm going to take Alert.
Cool.
Am I proficient with heavy armour?
You are indeed.
Cool.
Some of the feats aren't terribly well balanced. For you, there's Shield Master. It's quite fun.
Heavy Armour Master seems pretty good.
What does that one do?
It increases my strength by 1 to a maximum of 20, which would mean that would be +4.
Ooh, nice.
And when wearing heavy armour, bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage you take from non-magical weapons is reduced by 3.
Ooh, yeah, that is really nice.
I'm going to have a look at the shield one now. Oh, also, Lucky looks quite fun. You have 3 luck points.
Yeah.
I was looking at Bountiful Luck, which is quite fun.
Oh, is that a special halfling one?
That's a halfling one. So I'm lucky, so I can reroll 1s, and I think Bountiful Luck is if any allies within 30 feet roll a 1, they can then reroll it.
Oh, nice.
And we're like, yeah, my friends.
So Shield Master sounds a bit rubbish. So you push an enemy. But what that means is if you push an enemy, you can push them to the floor. So you knock them prone.
Right.
So if you hit with your attack, you can make a shield. And it's something along those lines. I was contemplating making a character that does it.
Just has 2 shields. Nope.
But heavy armor fits quite well. I'm trying to think if there's any other.
Ooh, second chance is good.
Oh yeah, I'll get an extra cantrip as well. So
the cantrips. It's like spare the dying. You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points and it becomes stable. If they're below 0.
So what happens is, let's say you're on 2 hit points, and I hit you in the face for 50 damage.
Yeah.
You go down to 0 hit points.
Okay.
If you take damage after that, if it's enough, I think if it's you've got your con modifier. So let's say you've got a constitution of 12.
Yeah.
If anyone hits you for 12 damage, you're dead.
Okay.
So you don't accumulate points after 0 anymore.
Okay.
So let's say that Red failed 3 or 4 rolls and was like, the death rolls had done that. You could just go over and stabilise for 0. Because if you heal,
it just wakes up. Or...
Yeah, it should be on 1 hit point. Okay. But if you use a cure like wounds, it just puts them on 1 hit point as well.
Okay.
So stabilise for picking people off the ground is pretty
good.
Because it saves you burning a spell slot.
Yeah, it seems like we're needing that a lot in this game, so it might be good.
Is it a full action or is it a quick action?
It's a full action, which is the only reason that it's a bit annoying, but
yeah,
it makes sense otherwise.
Is it
just
touch?
like have a it's touch
or
as well.
range?
It's touch.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not amazing.
The level, I don't think the level 0s for the cleric are amazing. Like some of the other level 0s for different.
Yeah, Sacred Flame is like one of the better ones.
Yeah,
That's
for
a
sure.
really nice tiefling feat.
Yeah. There's quite a few tiefling ones.
Flames of Plegathus.
Oh, is that when you get hit?
You learn to call on Hellfire to serve your commands. You gain the following benefits. Intelligence or Charisma +1. When you roll fire damage for a spell you cast, you can re-roll if it's a 1. Whenever you cast a spell that deals fire damage, you can cause flames to wreath you until the end of your next turn.
That's nice.
They don't harm you or your possessions, but they shed bright light out 30 feet.
That's awesome.
While the flames are present, any creature within 5 feet of you that hits you takes 1d4 fire damage.
That's cool.
I feel that's very in keeping.
Have you got lots of... Yeah, very in keeping.
Well, I get an extra spell, so I can take a fiery spell.
And I think when you level up, you can swap a spell as well, we'll say.
Yes, I'm going to take out, because there's one that I've just not ever used, so
What
I'm
was
going
that?
to Charm Person. I used it in the level 0.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm happy if you want to swap
we've
out.
got Gabriel to do the charming
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
so
the
I
more
might...
blow stuff up. Yeah,
I
if you
have
want
space to take 2 fire spells,
Yeah,
so...
tasty.
I'm happy for you to take that, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do +1
caught between
to...
Yeah, me too.
The thing to remember is, though, a lot of those fire spells, which is why this is a good feat, are multiple d6. So you might be rolling like 66. So in that, if you roll 2 1s, you're re-rolling both those dice.
Yeah.
And that's a big increase in damage.
Oh, I have Firebolt already as well. I forgot about that, 'cause that's a cantrip, so I've already got 1 fire spell.
Nice. And it's a cool fair, like,
It's just very
describing
nice.
what's going on. Just like,
Yeah, it fits her chaosy, magic-y...
All right, we've got 2
ways.
minutes. So finalise.
Do I increase my intelligence or
You don't have to
charisma?
pick your feet now. You can delay picking of the feet.
Yeah, I'd delay
I'm
picking the
between
feet.
2, and I do want to pick them.
Can
It's
I?
either going to be second chance, which is increasing dexterity, constitution, or charisma score by 1. When a creature you can see hits you with an attack roll, you use your reaction to force it to re-roll.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Can I? In the Book of the Tome, it allows me to have 3 cantrips. Can I take a cantrip? Can I take one of the cantrips out of the book and use it as my learned one, and then get another spell into the book?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Because the ones that I've got in the book. If I want to choose off my line, but with the book, I can choose off of others.
Yep.
I like the shield one. It
It's
seems appropriate for the
yeah.
setting.
The
It essentially gives me
disadvantage
a
of it-
bonus action of another attack with my shield.
Yes, but it doesn't increase your stat, which is the one downside to it. Where the other one is kind of like a half feat, which then buffs one of your stats.
I haven't chosen my new spells yet.
I'm
Is that
going to
okay?
go with Bountiful Luck.
I mean, so far we've been mostly fighting things that are just awful and way more OP than we are. So,
And you can't. If something's a size bigger than you, it's harder to push, and if it's a size bigger than that, you can't do it.
cool.
So, yes, it's a very tasty feat. It used to be completely OP.
It's this one. If you are subjected to an effect which allows you to make a dexterity save for half damage,
Yeah,
you can
take
use your
none.
reaction to take no damage, interposing your shield between you and the effect.
It was like,
So if I'd saved against that electric
You would have
bolt,
taken zilch.
0 damage. Yeah, that's fucking worth it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Totally taking that. Yeah. Shield Master.
Where does it?
I'm now the master of the shield. Just this shield.
It fits the character because you've got like protection spec.
Yeah. Do I have? I've got defensive fighting spec, but the shield I assume is 1+1 AC. The one that I've got because I haven't got it written down anywhere.
Yes, it was. Was it magic? I can't remember.
It can cast Blade Wall.
Yes.
Yeah. We said it was a bonus action, didn't we?
To invoke the. Let me just read Shield Master.
Sorry.
Is it called Shield Master or
Yes.
Shield Spec?
Shield Master.
Shield Mastery.
Because I've got an extra 2nd level slot opened up, can I move one of my 1st level spells?
So a shove action is an athletics.
Okay,
Opposed athletics.
fine. +5 to that.
Yeah. I was going to say your athletics is probably reasonably good and you've got a point in it, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Where does it state on the cards if it's a ritual or not?
It might not say on them. You might have to actually look up. That's one of the downsides of those cards.
Okay. I know I want Find Familiar. So I'll have a look at that.
This is, I'm sure, very interesting to watch.
So it says for
I think, if I'm reading this right, I could hit someone with 66 fire damage.
yes, there is one with a 66. It's called Fireball.
Oh no, Scorching Ray.
Oh yeah,
Each
Scorching
ray is 2d6, but you can aim them all at the same person.
Scorching Ray is pretty scary. Yeah. So it's 3 separate.
That's my new character. If Constance dies,
Scorching
she's coming back as somebody called Scorching Ray. There's nothing you can do to stop me playing that character.
So you make 3 separate attacks.
Yeah,
I'm going to play that at the LARP.
but you
I'm
can
gonna play
aim
that
them
here.
at the same person.
Yeah.
So that could be 66.
Scorching Ray used to be really annoying with.
Yeah, she was, but you know.
There was a class called Arcane Trickster, I think it is.
Yeah.
And you add your backstab to your spells, and that counts as 3 separate attacks. So you add your backstab bonus to each separate Scorching Ray. So you'd have like a level 4 caster, each ray doing 46. So they could do like 12d6 damage in one round.
Yeah.
Get within 30 foot of someone and just go, goodbye.
Was it like a couple of levels of rogue and a couple of levels of wizard or something?
Yeah.
You could do that.
And then it was a prestige class or whatever it was.
Oh, okay.
I think they've changed it now, so you actually become a rogue, and it's just like a special class within rogue to pick it.
That's cool.
That's what, if you've seen Critical Role, the goblin is on that.
Oh, okay.
That's the class it is. They're very strong. Right, is everyone ready?
Yep, I've chosen Find Familiar and Identify.
I haven't chosen my new spells yet.
And my new cantrip is Message.
I'm going to pick some for now. Is that okay if I
Yeah,
think about it properly? I think I know what I want, but I need to think about it. Stop, Harley.
I'm done.
I'll give you 1 more minute, and then we'll get this moving again.
I've got a big old spell book.
Look at all my spells.
Are there any skills that increase wisdom? Any feats?
As any feats?
Yeah. Observant is one. I can
There's
find.
some that do any stat for like a half.
Yeah.
There's one that does like gives you proficient in another save, I think.
Not going away, I don't
in
like
my
you
book. That is a cantrip.
I'll think about it because my wisdom is 1 off from going up, and I need wisdom. I need that. So I was
Chromatic orb.
That is a cantrip.
wondering
I
if it's
know.
worth.
I don't
That's a
get chromatic
cantrip.
orb, I
I
don't
know.
know.
That is a cantrip. I know.
Right, for now, I'm going to go with.
What is the Dragonborn class race specific one? Is it any good?
It would be good, but I'm wearing like heavy armor because it's more dex based because you gain
Identify.
natural armor
Oh,
plus
really?
your dex.
Familiar.
Nice. Yeah.
Although I guess it could still
Magic
be good.
mouth.
Probably not. It sounds like you got to make a special build.
Yeah, you have to go more. I mean, it could work, but yeah.
High dex, high that.
Yeah.
Where's Scorching Ray? Scorching Ray hasn't got a card.
Oh, no, it might be lost in there because it's a classic that everyone always takes. You know what it does.
Yeah, that's right. I'll sort it out later. But for now, we've got Burning Hands and Scorching Ray.
Okay.
You would literally
That well-known double act.
When we both die.
Burning Hands, Scorching
Possibly
Ray.
Empire.
Let's do it. There's a new Empire double act if everyone's heard of it. And Burning Hands, this is my mate Scorching Ray.
Understand how both of them work? So Burning Hands is flamethrower.
Yeah.
Scorching Ray is...
Pew pew.
And I've now got this thing that I can... This feat for fire.
What have you done?
I'm about to do some roleplay.
About to do some...
Roleplay?
Oh, you're in the wrong place for that.
I know. Tell me about it. I just had an idea.
Right, is everyone ready?
Yes. Yeah. I've lost my thing, but yes.
So we'll probably
Right.
just cut the whole
Scorching
leveling
Ray.
out bit out.
That's nice. People love that shit.
Yes, please.
We'll put it as a special feature.
Yeah.
Love
I
that
don't know if
shit.
it's the same.
Yeah, that's it.
And they'll be like, actually, you've done this wrong, Adam.
Yes.
Along with all the other rules that you get wrong.
Well, we're having fun, so shush.
Johnny's dreadful when we listen to Adventure Zone because he's just kind of like, he had an advantage! He had an advantage!
Oh, so I remember what items they have. I'm just like, why haven't they used that goddamn item? But now it's the same here. I'm just like, oh my god, look at all these spells I have.
I'm so confused.
Okay.
Like, I got spells coming out of spells.
Okay.
Why are you so incompetent then, babe?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I've now ordered it in book, person, and
So, Kitty,
Am I getting extra one of these?
Shield Mastery says that you get advantage on dex saves that affect only you. But I'm going to give it to all dex saves because it makes more sense and it's more fun if you can see it coming.
Yeah.
Because you sort of prime yourself and it goes round you. It's
I
more
can
fun.
always see it coming now.
Yeah, giggity. Right, here we go. And welcome back from that delightful little break. The good news is everyone's leveled up. Hooray. Are you feeling considerably more powerful now?
Yeah.
No.
Brilliant.
I'm feeling a lot more lucky.
Oh, what feat did you take?
I went with Bountiful Luck.
Oh, what did it do?
So that means any allies that I can see within 30 feet can re-roll a 1 on attacks, abilities, and saving throws.
Wow.
And
That's pretty good.
I have my eyes open all the time now. I'm alert as. I've had enough of Barovia, and I'm not going to be sleeping as much.
I'm
Occasionally,
on fire.
occasionally you don't want to see the evil. Just let it go past. It's fine. You don't want high perception. Anyway, you're back to the sort of split in the road. You can see the windmill in the distance.
Goodbye, windmill.
Goodbye,
The
windmill.
sails slowly turning round. Ismark is with you. The boy is quite close to him. Irina is there, has kind of sorted her hair out somewhat. We'll do a little role play. As all of you feel slightly stronger after seeing the things that you have seen, Irina looks to you. Although we didn't stop them, hopefully we made them think twice that there are now people who will stand against them.
We did manage to save a child as well. That's a win in my book, even if it was hard fought.
Well, now we have 3 people to look after. Well,
As you say that, Irina looks kind of down, her head lowers.
Well fought! I saw you. You were on my flank. You covered me. It was great. Well done. You didn't fall over this time. Good job. That was great. We should do that more.
I have a question. Who healed me?
I did. Seems to have worked quite well.
What spell did you use for that?
It was just a very basic spell, cure wounds. I think most.
How does that work?
I put my arm around Hestia as they're talking about the spell because I want to listen in.
Yep, you get an arm on your shoulder.
I just want to know what spell you used because she was like fried on the floor.
It was a
My neck's
very
really itchy now.
it was a very normal basic spell, and everyone learns it. In my enclave.
Does it?
Do you want me to heal you as well? I've got some magical reserves left. If anybody
Spell, I know. Not that.
Has anyone else been? Who else has been healed with this cure wounds?
Not me.
It does seem to have been a lot more effective than it should have been.
As you can see,
who
her
on
up close, there's
cast?
not a scratch on her now.
Yeah, you.
I'm whispering.
Ismark.
Whispering. Who to?
Myself and my book.
I want to ask Ismark
Ismark.
how he experienced what happened. What do you remember from being dead and being healed?
What do you mean?
What do you remember?
Wounds.
You
Dead.
remember nothing.
You mean knocked out? There's no coming back from death.
So you just there was just darkness.
When it is said when our spirits pass on that you don't pass, and eventually you are reborn into a new body, but you'll.
But did you see anything when you were out? Did you have a dream?
I must guess.
Did you make a deal with anybody in a misty darkness?
No.
Has that been 60 seconds?
No. No, I don't make a deal.
Good, neither did I. I've just
Deal.
Do you want to make a deception on that roll?
I don't think it will pass. But
Everyone
we'll
take it that
try.
way you will.
Deal?
I do have
What
one.
sort of deal? He kind of takes half a step back from you.
No.
Puts himself in between him and the Brian.
What is?
Brian Boris.
Sorry.
What is deal?
I didn't make a deal.
An exchange. Say, food for other food.
I'd read about things. Just wondering
Fruit for meat.
from a hypothetical point of view. Purely. So where are we going?
I say to Valaki, and we have a rest from all this walking.
Yes.
We do need to be quick. The sun is going down.
Well, then Red's gonna start
Yeah.
jogging.
Total time, about an hour has passed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say
a
was
jog?
she's off again.
had my hand on
Following.
Catherine, on Hessia for at least 60 seconds?
Yep.
Cool. I cast Identify.
Can you do that on a person?
Yep, if you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spell, if any, or
That's
currently
down the shoulder.
affecting it.
I thought you just lost me.
I see you have gills, and I know you do wild magic. I want to make sure that you're okay.
There is a
Because if it's transmutation, I can just think, it's...
there's a curse on her.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, I got cursed, so... So literally, it's just you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
We'll call it touched by the mists.
Touched by the mist.
Ooh la la.
Spicy.
I have no idea what that is, so I just think it's wild magic.
Did it buy you a drink
now.
first?
You don't think it's wild
No.
magic? No. Definitely not wild magic. Constance?
Following Red.
Yep, you're making...
Gentle jog. We're feeling strong.
I'm feeling good. I fancy a swim.
We need to go.
Feeling strong.
Hi,
Brian is going to struggle to keep up with any kind of reasonable pace.
Can I put
Brian
him on my
Morrison.
shoulders? How small is he?
He's a 9-year-old.
So like that?
Yep.
I could carry that.
Yeah, you're pretty strong.
I'm a dragon.
Or even easier for you. I'm going to go to wild shape. I'm going to turn to let's say some sort of small horse.
Like a pony?
Like you know,
Yep.
just not quite a war horse. Not your
So you
horse.
can turn into a medium, can't you?
A medium.
Yeah, so he is a small... So you can ride something
like
one
riding
size bigger.
ponies.
So you can't turn anything large yet. So he can ride you quite comfortably.
They're the ponies you'd have at like riding schools. Yeah. So
And you just turn into that and what, got like a little
violent than
little
the
red
wolf
reins on.
transformation. Yeah, no,
Little red reins.
the cloak's still on there. There's the horse is just there with like a cloak hanging off it.
Brilliant.
It's a little what colour hair does she have? What colour hair did I give her? She's got it's a little black pony with blue eyes.
Oh.
And like really scruffy looking.
Alright, I'm going to put Brian on you.
Yeah.
His eyes light up. As he's not sure what to make of it. It's clear he's never ridden anything before.
I'm going to walk alongside him with my hand on his back to make sure he doesn't fall off.
This is such a beautiful scene.
It is.
I'm going to carry on talking to Hestia and Drakul about magic-y stuff.
I have a follow-up question. Why do I have this on my neck?
That is something I do not know. I had assumed it was some sort of spell that you had cast.
Are you going to show them?
Yeah.
It looks like gills.
Okay.
3 on either side.
I mean, my magic does a whole host of bizarre stuff, but this has never happened before. I'm not saying it's not my magic, I'm just saying it's not happened before.
Okay. Are it okay to breathe? Are you breathing all right?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
The horse's muzzle just comes right up close and just
Lunch.
sniffs.
This
Smack you with my tail.
This place has been affecting the magic very strangely. Maybe it has enhanced the side effects of the strangeness that you cast.
Do you really want to know?
I'm going to cast Divine Sense. I've never been so popular in all my life.
Yep, you invoke it.
Clang.
You take a second, you stop. Takes you not long, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As you focus. She is evil undead.
What?
It is a curse. It's a curse of the mists. That's what my book says anyway. As I flick to a page, it just comes
Would
up.
she know
like
evil
this.
undead or just evil? Or...
I'm going to cast Bless.
If I was to cast... Okay, I'm going to...
I'm going to sprinkle
Maybe we can start casting things on me. Maybe we can stop.
I bless up to 3 creatures of my choice. I'm going to do triple on you. Whenever the target makes an attack... Oh, okay.
I'm
It's
going
a thing that
to...
you can do, but it also
I'm going to
is
cast
blessing you.
protection from evil on her.
Would anyone else like to cast anything on me?
That hag...
As the holy water comes on you,
Oh, God.
Oh,
Take
Take
10 points of damage.
70 points of damage, you're dead again.
You didn't listen to me, did you? It's a curse. I've already done an identifier. That's why I just had my arms around it.
take 3 points of damage. That's it. It sizzles as it touches her.
No!
it's a curse.
It's a curse.
I did see one of those witches taking her blood.
It is called the Curse of the Mist. Well, that's what the Raven Queen says because I used the book to identify it. So.
Horse Red sends the image of the mists that we've seen before, and again that prodding question.
Yeah.
I may have gone to Misty. I saw mist.
We're all seeing mist, but yeah, you're probably cursed by those hags, so we'll probably have to go back and sort them out.
They did take some of your blood. I did see them putting some of your blood in a pouch.
As long as no one does any holy healing on you, you should be fine.
Just want my shadow back. That's all I wanted.
As far as you are aware, then, is it would it be reversible?
All curses are reversible.
Okay.
Could you reverse this?
I could. I don't even know what the curse actually is. All I know is that you just burnt when
Yeah, it hurt.
you got holy water on you.
You would know there is a remove curse spell.
Okay.
Do you know it?
Right, is it a very high level one? I don't know it, I'm afraid. I can I can get rid of a disease. Blinded, deafened, and poisoned.
3rd level.
No, darn.
So that's a little one.
So you would have definitely have heard of more powerful clerics being able to cast it.
Yeah.
Do you know any?
I'm afraid I'm not learned enough yet.
Soon?
I will endeavour to do so as soon as I can.
Good.
I will commune with Soon and
Excellent.
see what I can do.
Guess that's where we are then.
Yeah, let's get you somewhere safe.
Yeah, let's
I
get
feel
out
fine,
of here.
apart from the, singe.
Can we move on? I don't like this. I don't know if you're some sort of beacon for them now.
Oh, did we stop walking? Red hasn't stopped walking.
Yeah, you've been
we're
chatting
going.
as you've gone.
Okay. I feel like we've slowed down when we just
Yeah,
got
I'll
there.
definitely slow
Let's
down.
move.
Right, what sort of pace are you setting? So you can set a normal pace where you're not at any disadvantage to look out. You can do a fast one, which will tire you out, and you'll be at disadvantage to look.
There's no saddle on.
How
There's no saddle.
how is the day looking? Do we have enough time to make it if we go to normal pace?
I could do nature and have
You've got a rough map, which isn't perfectly to scale.
Going to have made it easily in the day if we hadn't stopped, but we have.
Yeah, we were supposed to be able to make it. So
I'll do
got an hour,
survival
so-
and I'll get 17.
Nice. Okay.
So see how much daylight we've got left.
Comparing it with what you've seen and from your vantage point up, you were told it was going to be very tight. Very tight for you to be able to close this distance in one day, and you've lost an hour.
I don't want to be out here at night. Fast pace?
We can pick up a little bit, but not a lot. I'm too winded still from that fight to be running too quickly.
I'm full of the joys of evil undead. Let's go.
Red does a bit of telepathy to the boy on her back to tell him to grip onto the mane.
Yep.
And she's going to get into a trot.
Yep. So you're setting a fast pace, shall we say?
A fast pace, yeah.
Not a super quick pace.
No, not sprinting a marathon again. We're jogging.
Does someone want to give me a D100, please?
100, okay.
Sorry.
That's 80.
80, and then another one.
Another? I'll go for it.
80 what?
69.
89 it is.
89, yeah.
1869.
1869, a fine year.
As you're making haste, this again, the kind of excitement and the noise of that battle disappears very quickly, and you're now surrounded by this silence. Do you talk to each other as you're moving, or are you just focused?
Yeah,
I'm a horse.
Talk.
Yeah.
I would be quite chatty, nervous chatter.
Yeah, I'll try to talk and keep the spirits up.
Let's try and forget the time evil undead by talking constantly.
I'm going to be saying, encouraging things to the young lad.
He's in loving it. Yeah, it is.
My lovely horse.
Red is probably feeling a little bit annoyed.
Yeah.
Are you sticking to the road?
Yeah.
As you start making your way around, it kind of veers this left and then right again. As you kind of make your way around, you can see that there are grooves in the road from where this has been travelled by cart.
Yeah.
And you can see that there are horse prints in here. It is not well travelled, but this has been travelled. You get to the point where you know the quickest way will be for you to cut through the. If you look on
No,
the
we're
map,
told not to.
cutting through the forest.
No, we're sticking into path. We're told not to go.
Who told us not to?
Let's just follow,
Who
the
was it?
path.
Was it the Raven? Oh, I don't know. Someone told us not to. Might have been Ismark.
Look, I'm not up for going around cross country right now.
Yeah,
you look to the left where this forest is, and it is dense and old.
And we've
Not
got,
worth the risk.
The
we've got
horse is gonna
and
continue.
a small boy.
Yeah, the horse is going to continue on the path.
As you keep going, everyone give me a perception, please.
Oh, mine's at normal without the +3 now.
21.
6.
I'm glad you all got that.
Oh, sorry, no, 22.
Ooh, nice. Yep, the two over 20.
Fish eyes.
It's got
You
good
see-
horsey eyes inside.
Snagged just towards the edge of the forest, blowing in the wind, is a executioner's hood, black, coming down with the point with the eyes. You can just see it dangling and just gently blowing in the air by itself.
Keep going.
Again? Not going near that.
Yep. As you push on, are you stopping for provisions or are you
Eating on the go.
Eating what? Someone's going to feed
eating
me.
on it?
I have no fingers.
Have a carrot.
Drinking wise, what's his name? Sorry, I'm useless for names.
Was Mark?
It's Mark, right?
Ismark. Sorry, my brain just went
The
there
boy
thinking too
has
much.
water.
Ismark pulls out a different skin, a wine skin, for strength, and takes a. You see his face instantly as he kind of passes it round.
I smell it first.
It smells like it's gone bad.
Take it off you and have a swig.
It's
I'm
soured.
not drinking that.
Yeah, the wine has soured.
I'll pass.
I take a swig and
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I meant to bring this for us for strength, but I must have picked a bad bottle. My apologies.
It's quite alright.
This place has that effect on things.
Ooh. My rolls are doing good now.
So we're going to look at that executioner's.
No, we're walking straight past
You
it.
can go have a look if you want.
I didn't see it, so no one said it's there. So
D12.
You have no, that's it.
I've just been like,
I love you.
Are we coming up closer to this hood? Like, are we going to walk past it?
What, sorry?
This executioner's hood, are we?
You're going to go
walking
past it.
When we got closer, I'd give it a. I'd go and have a look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't run ahead to look at it, but when we came up to it, I'd
Yeah,
look.
it's from a dangling from a low hanging tree. It's a full black executioner's with eye holes, just gently swaying in the air. Take it, leave it.
I'd just be like, hey, look at this.
Red
It's a hood.
tosses
Yeah,
the head.
it's a hood.
it's a hood. I don't need a hood.
It wouldn't match.
Tosses
the
the
eye
head,
patch.
continues
You
down the
wouldn't,
path.
you wouldn't see the eye patch as well if you had a hood on, so that's true.
Are you wearing the eye patch?
It's just kind of like.
Is it like a fascinator?
Yeah.
Surprised I didn't get knocked off. Or
Yeah.
fried a little bit. It's probably why you got hit by lightning. It's got a metal buckle. It's like,
Yes.
lightning rod.
And I offered it. Oh man, I didn't offer it to anyone. No.
I'm going to leave that executioner's hood there. We've dealt with things swinging.
It's just a hood. Who needs a hood when you've got this?
Also, I'm already
As
there.
I'm going to swap what my roll was because this is more fun. You're pushing on as you grab the hood. Sorry, did you take it or not?
No, we just
You
looked
left
at
it there.
Indicated it.
As you look over from the location where this hood is, as you're the only one who's gone to it, you can see a very small tombstone just sticking out of the ground with a bit of moss.
investigate that. Go closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you get closer, you can see it's not been filled in, but the headstone is there. You can see something written on it.
Look closer. Like try and read
Yeah.
what it says.
As you just gently move your hand across, as you brush it across quite quickly, you see it just says Hessia.
Saw that one. I would.
As you stop for a second, the rest of you carrying on would notice that Hessia is no longer with you.
Hessia, keep up.
No, come and look at this.
Hessia,
Come and look.
we've got a long road ahead of us.
I'd jog over.
As you break out, as you get called over and you look back, you can see, yes, it is an empty grave, but from where you wiped it, it's just returned to kind of aged stone.
Never mind. Let's carry on.
you'd get there and you see what has been a grave has been dug here, but it's never been filled. It just sits there old.
Let me guess, you saw your name.
Yeah.
Cool. I saw myself hanging over there. I said that so no one else can hear us.
Okay.
Cool.
I think that hood's meant for you. And then I walk off.
I'm going to go and take the hood.
One
Why now,
executionist. Can everyone give me a Constitution saving throw, please, as you are hitting a fast pace?
Is
19.
Is there a stream
I'm a hardy little pony.
You are a hard little pony.
I got a 4.
12.
Because I told everybody I didn't want to go fast.
14, that was
I
the...
got a 2.
Oh, hey, Constitution.
That wine! Oh,
I mean,
It's just a wine.
18,
I
sorry.
didn't drink any.
18.
I didn't
Don't
drink
drink
it.
I was considering casting Purify People drink on it, and I was like, that's kind of a waste.
That's a
Oh, I could do it
But now you have
When I
food
could just
poisoning.
not drink it.
I could do it with precipitation. You can add flavour.
Yeah, so I
You
was
can
just
chill,
thinking
warm,
I
or
could
flavour up a cube. So you can make it mould sour wine.
Tastes fine.
I'm gonna make it taste like
Don't think about what you're drinking, it
Ginger.
tastes fine.
For the Romans.
and warm it up.
Delicious.
So you're both fatigued.
Yeah.
You have a disadvantage on ability checks at the moment.
Okay.
Cool, cool scars.
Oh, yeah.
I've got cool scars.
The armour is heavy. It's not slowing you down. You're just struggling with this speed. Thank you, Mr. Carr. You're pushing on. You're a good judge of distance. On the map, you've kind of done that veer around the forest,
Yeah.
and you now have
Getting close.
a dead straight to Valaki.
Can we see it, or still woods in the way?
It's still woods in the way.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of pace do you set for this road? Looking
Pull it back
up at the
slightly.
sky. Yeah.
Pull it back slightly so it doesn't look too urgent.
The boy who rides you is struggling.
Yeah.
Not used to riding something.
Getting saddle sore.
He's getting sore. You've not got a saddle. He's hurting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Slow the pace down
Right.
to a walk now.
Normal pace.
Yeah.
Normal pace.
As you do, you push through the pace much more. Oh, let me see how Arena and Ismark are doing quite well with the pace being fast. The pace being much more accommodating. You catch your breath slightly. You're still fatigued, so one full night's of good rest will bring you back.
Or just get him to heal you, that would work well.
The night is starting to fall in. You can see the sun disappearing over behind the mountain ranges, behind the mist, getting lower in the sky. You reckon you're maybe about an hour from Valaki?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe less, but some of that is definitely going to be
Dark.
in darkness.
Mm-hmm.
From what you've seen, as soon as that sun drops, because the sky is not lit up at all, it goes like it's night.
I'm still going to go at that pace.
Irina, are we going to make it in time?
Do the gates close at night?
She looks over to Ismark, who nods. They'll be very wary of opening them to let anybody in.
Pick up the base?
Do you remember where the fisherman's hut is?
Is it outside the gates?
Don't know where the fisherman's is.
It was outside the gate.
I was too exhausted to remember anything at that time.
Or we can just try and convince him that that's him.
North middle of Barovia, towards a lake with a walled city, fisherman's hut.
I'd say we just keep heading for the town, and if we see a
originally-
path heading off towards the lake, then
Have a look at the map. It's
It is indeed outside the walls.
okay.
so we know there is a place around it if we need it. But let's go to the town first.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll rest up, come back for the fishing hut tomorrow.
Pick up the pace again.
Let's try and get
So
there by
we-
daytime.
We're going to push to the fisherman tonight.
No,
push to
the
the walls.
The walls and stay there for the night.
Yeah, we'll go back to the fisher's hut tomorrow. Fresh.
Good. You gonna pick the pace up?
Yep. Trotting again.
Everyone give me a constitution. It's just gonna be one roll.
I'm at a disadvantage.
You got disadvantage on this roll. You got disadvantage.
19.
20.
20. 19.
7.
What did you get, Gabriel?
20.
With disadvantage.
Do I disadvantage?
Yeah, disadvantage.
I got a 19 and 20, so.
12.
Oh, you're not bad. You recover. All of you dig deep. That was a good call to have that little breather just to catch your breath for a second and then push through. You can hear the gentle sobbing of the boy riding you as he's clearly sore, but he's not making any noise. He's not shouting out. He's keeping very quiet. Here's Mark. Good lad. As you set this pace. In the distance, you can see what you would assume to be Valaki. Large wooden walls, think Roman fort-esque, with it pile drived straight down in what probably would be temporary fort, out that kind of palisade. Would that be the right word?
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah. But it goes all the way round. From what you saw when you saw it from above, it's kind of like a big triangle, and you'll be coming in from the west hand side and the gate there.
Isn't it the east?
No, south.
You kind of hit it from. It kind of fills that gap. So although it looks like there's a little road going up through it, it sits on that crossroad. There's a crossroad. Does it look like a sort of upside down T on that map? Nope.
No.
So you've got the road going from east to west, and then a road coming out of it going north.
Yeah.
It kind of sits.
That's the river.
The lake, yeah.
It's right on the corner of that lake.
It doesn't really show the keep very well on this.
It's not a very good map to scale.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Amazingly, while you run at night, nothing approaches you out of the darkness.
It's gotten dark now.
It is deadly silent. As you can see, looming, getting bigger and bigger in the distance, you see the walls, Valaki, sorry. Various torches on the walls. The road you're coming at, there are 2 towers built into it, and there do seem to be towers built periodically along the wall. The wall kind of follows the natural rise of this hill, going around it. Constance, defending here versus what you've seen so far, wolves and zombies, the defence will be pretty strong. It'll be hard for them to get in over the walls.
Sure.
As you approach, you can see there is a large portcullis which is down, and you can see the movement of figures behind the lights.
How close are we?
You're probably 200 meters-ish away, something like that.
I am going to use Mask of Many Faces and change my appearance a little bit to something more Barovian look.
To
a more Barovian look.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything as you approach?
I'm a horse.
Maybe we should change back to being a halfling.
Checking myself in the
being
mirror,
more.
making sure that everything's kind of neat, like cleaning up bits of sweat
casting
or
some
something like
spells.
that.
Are you going to actually say that?
I'm casting some mending on my
What did you say,
clothes.
I said, Reg, turn back to being a halfling. What we want them to do is try and stable the halfling.
Yep.
Free food and board.
The silence is broken. In the distance, you hear the howl of a wolf.
Red sort of, again, telepathy to that boy to tell him to jump off. and then want it Ismark to say, probably grab him as he comes down because his legs will be wobbly.
Gets grabbed off you.
Yeah.
He walks awkwardly.
Cowboy walk.
Gives you a very small nod. You see his eyes red. As you approach.
Yeah, turn back to a halfling.
You get to within 50 metres of the walls. Keep going.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
15.
Is
He'll
not
now
this
howl.
your lead?
This time closer. From on top of the wall, you hear the classic telltale click of a crossbow being drawn as a large pike comes down, and then a second as they point down, large 16-foot pikes reaching down from their vantage point on the walls. Who goes there?
I nudge
Ismark.
the siblings.
Yeah, we know to Ismark.
He looks to you. Let me get his full name, sorry. What was his surname? Has anyone got it?
It's on the letter, I believe. The first letter we have the white one. That's the one.
I'm useless with names. He introduces himself with his full name. The shoulders drop back. The voice goes to his full regalness. My name is Ismark Barovia. I'm the Burgermeister of the village of Barovia. We seek sanctuary for the night. The guard calls back. The portcullis closes from dusk till dawn. You should know this, Ismark the Lesser.
The lesser bit, is that them? Is that his? Because he's the younger one?
Remembering back,
His father.
the Vistani called him Ismark the Lesser as well.
Okay.
Because from what you heard, his dad was a great man.
Great enough.
And Ismark has not filled those shoes.
No.
He looks to you, his bravado gone in a flash. We'll not last the night out till we must get inside.
Of course, the Burgermeister of the town of Barovia knows that your town closes its gates between dusk till dawn. We know the horrors that sit in Barovia, and if you believe that we are those horrors, and we would masquerade such the lesser man to get into your city, that would be some form of joke, would it not?
Red also tugs on your clothing and puts the image of the hags in the windmill as well.
And we are not old ladies selling pasties for children. Now,
You have pasties?
no, but we have some rations, and we have gold to spend in your town. Now, you only have to lift this portcullis up for probably about 5 minutes
You're
to
another.
allow for us to get in for the tallest of us. It's this paladin here.
He's taller than me.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? This dragonborn cherub
This
here.
big guy.
Now, if you,
What business have you got in Valaki?
like Ismark said, sanctuary and rest, for it has been a trying journey from his town to yours.
They kind of discuss amongst themselves. What assurances can you give us that you're not tainted?
I step forward.
Yep.
Would a paladin of Tyr be standing here with tainted individuals?
They kind of eyeball you for a second. You're kind of at the edge of their torchlight at the moment. Going sort of 30-ish foot. They've not got bullseye lanterns to try and really light you up. Just flame torches. And the others?
Just us.
We are definitely not tainted. Definitely not.
We've escaped many horrors to get here. Many things that could have tainted us, but we defeated them or we escaped them and we're here now to get inside your walls so that they don't get us again. You know the horrors that live in the woods. You'd leave us out here. You'd stand there watching as we die. We have children with us.
Yeah, one of the voices.
Children. Children.
Rather you than all of us. And you hear another voice come up. Oh, come on, man. Look, they have a paladin with them. Let them in. On your head, then? So be it. On my head. As you hear as the portcullis starts raising up and you hear a man coming down the stairs. It's opened up about halfway, so you do have to indeed
duck in.
I mean, I can walk in.
Constance is going to practically roll under that fucking portcullis. Flashbacks.
I shall swing myself.
You
Feel
feel
brave boy, you can duck, can't you?
Yeah, I can duck. I'm not going to crawl, but I will duck.
Might get his clothes dirty.
you feel your heart skip a couple of beats as you do. You see standing before you, wearing a kind of reinforced leather jerkin, quite a grubby-ish looking man, but you're somewhat startled by his pearly white teeth.
Ooh.
As he has a big, broad smile across his face. As he looks to all you in turn, and a hand comes out and he helps you up from under the portcullis one at a time. My name is Lars. Welcome to Valaki.
I shake Lars's hand. Thanks for getting your men to open the gate. We're looking for rest.
He keeps his smile on and looks at all of yours. What sort of facial?
Relief.
Yeah.
I'm doing the old con trick and basically copying him, making him feel as comfortable as he makes me feel.
So you smile as well?
Yep.
Bear with me 2 seconds, sorry.
I couldn't last another night sleeping underneath the not so starry sky we have in Barovia.
As you come in the gate, inside the shadow of the wall now, within this large city or large town, there's a lot of buildings. It looks a lot better than the village of Barovia in here. You can see some steam or smoke rising from some of the houses. A lot of the buildings 2-story, some may even be 3-story, and looking a lot better repair. You can see various guards from inside here, now you're on the back of the wall, walking round. You see a poster on the wall. It's got a large golden sun emblazed on it. It says, "The Festival of the Blazing Sun."
What's the poster all about?
We've seen this before, haven't we? The sun.
Yeah, it's the
Sun god.
their god, isn't it?
The morning lord.
Yeah.
The morning lord.
Yeah, well, Red will show the pic. What was it? There was a tattered something on that church that we went into.
Yeah.
She'll show that as a reminder.
Bear with me, I'll tell you what it actually says on it once I bring it open on here.
Curly hairs in your head. How much sound?
No, because I had to bang it all out.
Oh, I can't find my poster. Sorry.
Bless you.
Turned off my microphone because I don't want to deafen everyone.
I keep wearing my nose off, sorry.
Large poster with this embroidered golden sun on it. This weekend, enjoy the festivities of the Festival of the Blazing Sun. Attendance mandatory.
Mm.
Have we missed this?
Mandatory fun, my favourite kind.
Have we missed the festival?
Is it the weekend?
That will be. Sorry, Izzy.
What day is it?
You've got 2 days, 3 days until the festival.
We can be in that before.
Red points at the word festival. He's like,
As you point
Party,
at
lots
it,
of
you can
food.
see that it's been clearly put on top of another flyer of some description.
just gonna very gently.
Yep.
Feel it.
It is the Festival of the Golden Dawn.
Is there another one underneath it? Should we pick that one up?
Yep.
Is it just variations of
Every week?
every week?
Every weekend.
how thick is this like wall of flyers? Is it like that? Yeah, she questioning what festival?
It's a happy place.
What's a festival?
Party.
Festival.
Lots of food.
Hi.
Big piles of food
Why?
to be eaten.
Why?
Stocking up for the winter. Hibernation.
Depends on the reasoning, really. Could be for a holy day or a holiday.
Mm. Fat.
I'm not. I don't think they are. They're not robust fellows, are they? The ones we're talking to.
Pardon?
They're not
They look
rotund
healthy.
fellows.
I didn't hear you again. Sorry.
Rotund, the gentleman that we're talking to.
Like, do they look quite well, they look well fed?
Ish. No, he's not a massive guy.
But like they look healthy and well fed.
better than what you've seen.
Mm. Get fat.
He kind of looks to you. So my notes are a complete mess, even for me at the moment.
I would love to stay
Is
in
this-
your portcullis as much.
As you're welcome through into this kind of, he's eyeballing you as you're all looking at this thing. Is this your first visit to Malaki?
Yes.
Yes, Lars, it is. Not to rush you, though, how much we would love to stay underneath your gated portcullis. Where is the local tavern or sleep house, as it were?
In.
Sleep house.
You never know.
He looks over to Ismark. It's been a long time since you've been here, isn't it, Ismark? Ismark, we've had troubles in the village, so Father came here a few times, but not myself.
I'm going to use a message cantrip.
Yep.
You point a finger toward a creature, so I slightly point a finger to Ismark, and I can whisper a message to that target.
Yep.
He hears the message, they've heard the message, and reply a whisper that only you can hear. I basically whisper him, be more prideful, man, you're the burgomaster of your town.
Okay. His goes again, falls into this kind of for a second. Yes. You see the smile drop from the guard's face. The eyes don't move. It's just all been here. A word of warning. As he looks up to make sure he's out of sight. The Baron keeps very strict rules here. You shall not mention his name. As he says it, he looks up to the sky.
I'm hesitant to Hestia. Keep your mouth shut. and then back.
You will attend and enjoy the festivals.
Lars, we only plan on being here for a night, 2 at most. So I don't think we fall into the festival, do we?
Pardon? You're not going to stay here for the festival?
Well, we're only planning on staying 1 or 2 nights.
I would probably not say that either. But most importantly, I would be happy. Right. Let me take you to the inn.
Fantastic.
So, what brings you here?
We're just escorting Ismark.
He starts making his way down the sort of main street. You can see multiple houses, some with small walls around them, some looking worse for wears. Lots of small gardens, but they're all kind of attempting to grow things in them, not to any great effect. You start making your way along the main wall. In the darkness, you can see various lights coming through some windows which haven't been completely shuttered, but it is a very quiet town late at night. As you continue walking, he'll make general chit-chat with you. And why is Ismark coming here?
Are you best to ask the Burgermeister that question? Or we're just his wards?
I see. Good. As you walk along, you can see various decorations hung up, made out of sort of like cane interwoven between it, hanging in various places, with lights, sort of torches nearby. As you see various other posters dotted around for the upcoming festival. I've heard the road is dangerous here. Did you run into anything on your way? Anything I should be aware of?
There seems to be an increase of wolf activity in the woods, as far as we can tell.
He looks at you and makes his smile even wider. You.
I wink at Red.
Pardon?
I wink at Red.
Red is just so uncomfortable. She's never been more uncomfortable in her life.
You can see a lot of the buildings here. Where'd you get that far? No, you get to the sort of crossroads. Road going to the north, and you would assume the lake, as you see a large building with a sign hung outside, dual chimneys with smoke curling out, coming clean and edges to it, well looked after grey stone building. 2 stories, the roof sagging slightly, but the grey stone standing strong. This has been a building built to last. You can see the hanging sign calls it the Blue Waterfall.
There's a sleeping house.
The inn?
Well, I didn't know. You've never been in a sleeping house before?
Please, just humour me once. Just be happy. It's well known from our Burgermeister and our Baron that it is unhappiness that has brought Strahd upon this land.
I look at Lars and be like, I thought you weren't allowed to say his name.
Oh, sorry, he wouldn't say that. Sorry. Sorry. No, he definitely wouldn't say that name. Sorry. It's well known that it is unhappiness that brings him upon this land. So please, for my own sanity, one smile each. He looks.
Oh, he's smiling.
Yeah.
I'll smile with all my teeth.
Yeah.
Cheesy grin.
He looks over to you.
Sort of grimace.
He can't help. He lets out a little chuckle. Enjoy your stay.
She growls at him as he leaves.
I think I shall keep watch here for a while. As he opens the door for you.
I just get straight into the tavern.
She ducks between your legs to get in.
The tavern door opens and it is a very different affair from what was going on in the village of Barovia. It is not just a couple of Asteni sat playing cards and giving you dirty looks and a barman repeating the same sentence again and again. You can see a relatively well-dressed gentleman sat. It seems to be kind of like a leather armour built into his kind of tunic, wearing deep red with a green trim. Hard to say how old he is. His skin slightly darker than a lot of the people that you've seen. Quite a long black beard, but with definitely silver grey shooting through it. Same on his hair, but it's quite a distinguished grey coming through it. It's not the odd grey hair, it is like streaks coming through his black hair.
Cool.
You can see a few other patrons sat around. The fire crackling actually gives out some warmth in this building. There's quite a few tables and chairs in here. It could probably hold 40 to 45-ish people without too much of a strain. The bar stretches along one wall. You can see a balcony on the far side. The windows have all got thick shutters on. And as you were walking along, you would have noticed that a lot of shutters were actually closed, getting ready for the night. You would see above the bar and behind it a very large wolf head mounted on a wooden plank. Sits there. A lot of the sort of patrons look up to you as you enter and then straight back to their drinks. So you've got a kind of low general murmur to it. You can see the person working behind the bar, a lady and distinguished, maybe in her 40s, hard to say. Again, quite dark hair. Up at the back, stray couple of bits coming down, but in a styled way. Like has the similar few silver bits going through it. The puffed shoulders, a nice sky blue undershirt coming out, well-fitted clothes, fitted with chains and quite well adorned. The distinguished gentleman with a black beard, you see he's got quite a heavy scar over one eye. He gives you probably the first truly genuine smile you have seen since arriving. Travellers, welcome. Come in, come in. He gets up, stands. You look like you have gone a long way. By the fire, then it is. Come over.
I'll just go take a seat because I am pooped.
Yep. And Red's going to be at the back of all of them. She's put her hood up.
I guess now
And
it's
just
just
crossed
under
armed.
guard here.
You have your son with you.
Yes.
He looks bone weary.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had it.
He has been through a lot of hard times.
Yes, he is.
He's not used to the road. Sit down, boy. Sit close to the fire.
Bear with me. Brom, Bray, you have a new friend to play with. Come down. Nothing for a second.
Bray and Brian. That's like it was meant to be.
Brom, come. As the two very small boys come running down. One is the younger of the two, maybe 7, maybe younger. Has a much more stylized hair, shaved very close on one side and on the other brushed over. His hair is pure sort of silvery grey, as he's wearing a shoulder cape, green with this sort of deep purple padded underneath.
Fancy.
Kind of looks, and he's the first one down, kind of hesitant look as he runs over to the lady behind the bar and kind of peeks over. And the second takes his time, much more regal pose, hands on arms as he comes down. Yes, father? Looks at the boy. Would you like to play? As Brian kind of looks over to you two.
Do as you wish.
As they all run off and they break down and become children again. The one with the silver hair's much quieter and looks at him a bit more wary. But they do. Everyone give me a in perception.
In perception.
You can have advantage.
Okay.
Constance.
15.
14.
15.
3.
Those with 15s.
16.
Ooh, 16 and above. Constance, you recognise it. The younger of the two boys, as he leaves, you can see his hand comes from underneath his cloak. He's carrying a small doll. You've seen one designed in a very similar manner.
Thank you. There's no fun, there's no Blinksy.
Sorry, how rude of me. This is my inn. My name is... Bear with me.
Mr. Bear with
Fred
me.
Fredrickson.
I'm useless with names.
No, it's Mr. Bear with me.
Mr. Bear with me.
I'm Mr. Bear.
He's with me. Bear with me.
My name is Erwin Matrikov.
That's what I was going for.
Erwin.
This is my wife, Danica. And you have met the boys. And your names?
Constance.
Hello, Constance. He puts a hand out. Do you warrior grasp him or hand grasp him?
Hand.
Yeah, here, wearing thick leather gloves, except your hand, and another hand claps on top of it.
On top of that. It's a competition now.
Tessia?
Yeah.
Jakul.
Red's already snuck onto a chair.
Yep.
He's just sort of
Sat nearest the fire.
knees
Yep.
wrapped around.
That's red.
Everwinter, Gabriel, Evan.
Never ever.
What's my name again? I was going to do the other one, but I'll do the other one. Evernight, Gabriel.
Gabriel, pleasure. A strong name. Drinks?
Yeah.
And bored.
Of course. How many nights do you plan to stay?
1 at the moment, possibly 2.
We have a couple of rooms. Would you prefer to share or? Oh, let me rest for now. Do you need food?
Drink?
Of course you do.
Food, yes.
Water.
I will trust you. Do you want me to open a tap for you?
Yes.
I guess is best.
Yes, sure. Fine.
What are the costs looking? Can I ask him?
How much is that room for
Right,
night?
the bar tab.
Yeah, is the bar tab open? This everything is 20 gold each. Is it like looking? I'll ask him. Like, what's the
Yes,
price
like
of your fare
offers
here?
for
Like, is it
people.
is it like average price or is it like
He gives
looking
you again
really
a genuine
expensive?
smile.
Yeah.
My drinks, unfortunately, I've had to raise the price slightly, but that is a different story. Supply has not made it through. My rooms are 5 silver per night. That's reasonably.
We've got plenty.
Yeah.
I do have a more expensive room, if you wish.
Normal room suits us fine, I think. Or
How many do they
1,
sleep?
2, 3, 4.
How many can you
We'll probably get like
There's 8 of us.
2 or 3 rooms, maybe.
We've got over 100 of
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I have.
That's because it's done you good.
He's got one room that can have 4, and then 2 doubles, and one room which is all by itself, and then a master.
Well, there's 8 of us, so we need the 4 and then.
2 twos.
2 twos, yeah.
How many can fit in the master?
That would be his room.
Okay.
Oh.
He's going to stay there.
We'll take the 4 and 2 twos then.
Yeah.
If they're free.
For you, yes. The rest of the bar seems to be a lot of locals. Food?
Yes, please.
Yes,
As long
please.
as it's not pasties.
I mean, I'll take pasty.
I see you have met the pasties. Did anyone eat one?
Nope.
The tiefling has a taste for pastry, but we managed to stop her before she could actually partake.
No, you didn't. I had one. Oh.
Looks like you could use some time by yourselves. Perhaps I can talk with you later?
Of course. We need to know where our rooms are and as such.
My wife will take care of that for you. If there's anything else, your bags, maybe I can take those up for you now.
I need mine currently. I need to double check that I haven't lost anything on the road.
Very well, you can take mine.
Yeah.
Got nothing to
I'm
value.
keeping mine on me.
I don't have much.
Yeah, I have mine over on. Because we're trusting.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He takes them.
All the money.
He shouts for Brom and Bray again.
I'm Brian.
Oh, before I do, I pull out the doll. And I say, I saw that your son had one similar. This isn't his, is it? I found it on the road.
No, not his. I see you've met our esteemed toy makers.
No, I'm just trying to bring it back to the owner, really. It looks like it's well loved.
Maybe the creator will know who made it. You're looking for Blinksey's toys.
Ah, then the label makes sense. Thank you. Linksey's Toys. Is that in town?
If it's not Blinksey's, it's not fun.
Yes, it will give you directions of where it is.
Cool.
He's an interesting chap, I warn you now.
Cool.
I don't think he accepts returns, unfortunately. Now, I'll leave you to your food. But perhaps we can talk later, like I said.
That would be... Yes.
How much are the rooms? 5 silver each.
Yeah, so if we stay 2 nights, it's 8 silver.
I'll take it.
So you'd probably, to have the whole, that 4 bed would probably be like 1 gold.
We can do that.
Good.
And then the double room is a much nicer room, we'll say 1 gold again. So 2 gold a night.
Yeah.
You can smell food being prepared.
Yep.
You've got maybe 10-15 minutes, you would assume, before it's brought out. Is there anything anyone wants to do? For a lot of you, this is the first time you've sat down in somewhere remotely hospitable since Ismark's house. And you were only there very briefly.
Yeah.
Meredith's just going to still be sat in a chair, like knees just drawn up.
It's
hood
15
pulled
minutes
all the way
plus
over.
a short rest.
No, it's supposed to be an hour.
I will take some time casting mending on my clothes wherever there's rips and stuff like that. Checking my appearance, making sure everything's in place, curing any injuries.
Yep.
I
How do you hold yourself? So, like, Red is sat on a chair, knees up. You're looking after yourself.
Mirror out.
Yeah, you're sort of sat on this big round table nearest to the fireplace. You've got this balcony, you've got stairs going up to the back, the bar, and a small area behind that where you would assume there is a kitchen.
I sit myself closest to Red, try and reassure her. Not by saying much, but just by being beside her.
I unsheathe my silver sword and make a show of sort of cleaning it.
Yeah, from some of the locals, they don't look like combat-y people, but they can notice a silver sword when they see one, and a lot of them are. You see a lot of them are smiling constantly.
I smile back.
While cleaning your sword.
Ismark leans in. Maybe we should speak to the Burgermeister. He might be able to help with Irina's problem. With
security.
You know what?
Yeah.
Seems secure here. You think?
This was only supposed to be a stopping point, though, wasn't it?
Perhaps we don't need to go any further.
I thought it was meant to be going to.
It's either here. It was either here or the church.
There is a small church here. Yes.
Or you wanted to go to
Is that the abbey we're not meant to go
Yeah,
to?
It's further along the road, but we might not need to risk that, perhaps.
You need to tell us not to go to the abbey.
Well, let us rest for tonight, and we can see what happens in the morning.
If what Lars said to us about the smiling, the fact that we can't say his name out loud, now everybody is smiling because they're worried that if they aren't happy, then he will come. Why would the Burgermeister help you hide your sister here if he is literally just trying to keep everyone happy? So
you don't think we should say anything to the Burgermeister?
I think we should know his character before we reveal anything about ourselves.
Yes. Perhaps we will introduce you to him.
I bet Lars already told him that you are here before you were a Burgermeister of another town. So it won't be surprising if he actually comes to you first. Actually, what is the process of a Burgermeister meeting another Burgermeister?
You may well invite us over, yes.
And does
First,
he know your sister?
we should rest. And
Does he know your sister?
kind of thinks back. Probably not. Probably not. Like I said, the travel has been hard. We left that to Father.
Very well. We will leave you with the tab, and we'll eat.
So you're leaving with the tab?
He's our employer.
That's fair.
Food is brought over. You didn't really order anything. It is hearty-ish. Shall we say
pasty.
mystery meat?
Nice.
There is definite meat there. Earthy, kind of mushroomy root vegetables, but stuff that likes growing in wet, soddeny soil. But the food is probably, it would be the best meal that you guys have had. It's hot. You're in somewhere that is warmish.
It is after I flavour it up with precipitation to have a bit more pep into it. This is lovely.
As you guys tuck down and start eating, you see two large gentlemen walking. One with quiver of arrows on his back, wearing lots of furs you would definitely recognise as wolf furs and other bear furs, that kind of thing. The other one more in kind of like stitched together hides. The taller of the two and the older, bald head, hair just round the sides, long drooping moustache going into a very long, bushy, dark black beard. he does have an odd bit of grey in it. Nowhere near your host's kind of look. This is a man of the outdoors for sure. Travelling with him, slightly more stylised, but his hair stuck with kind of sweat mixed with grease to his hair, and a centre parting coming in sort of curtains at the front, brushed to the side. You can see a couple of scars on his face. He has like a trimmed moustache going into goatee type thing. As they both walk in, they reek of the outdoors. You can see sort of in their furs various twigs and sticks. They've not brushed anything out. They are the polar opposite of Jack Hall here. And they make their way over to the bar. Oren greets them as claps on the shoulders, and food is brought out for them quite quickly as they kind of sit close to each other and talk in hushed-ish whispers, not making eye contact with really anyone here. Your meal is pleasant, warming to the soul, but your body's tired. After you finish your meal, Erin looks over to you and with a big broad smile approaches again and collects up your plates with his wife. I hope that was to your liking.
Well, very nice, thank you.
Good. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I just would like to go to one of the rooms, please.
Yeah, it's been a long journey. We are very tired.
If there's any messages for us, could you please let us know?
Of course. Then rest tight. As you begin to make your way up towards the room, you hear a murmur of almost feels like genuine excitement for a second as, let me find the page. A gentleman walks out in the brightest coloured clothes that you have seen so far since being here. Bear with me. Bright fabrics, receding hair, back with a large hat sat at a jaunty angle as he puts out a kind of half smile with a hand on one hip. He wears the bright clothing of maybe a fool, maybe a carnival master, the long-tailed jacket, that kind of thing. Wouldn't be completely out of place out of the Vistani style, but it most definitely is not Vistani style. As he walks in, lots of the patrons look up towards him, as does Erwin, who immediately calls for Brom and Bray, who come running to the balcony now, as the new person trips on a tray leg, does a forward roll tumble, and then springs back up to his feet again. And as he does, he's balancing and chucking a bottle that he knocked off the table as part of his roll, as he then catches it and puts it back onto the table. As there's an eruption of, as he gives a very polite bow. In the morning then.
Who is that?
You do not know?
No.
We have just arrived, as we said.
I thought he was known throughout all of Barovia, or so he says. As he looks over, you can see he's clearly a half-elf. A big smile across his face. My name? Rictavio. As you can't help.
I'm really glad it's just not searing away.
I let you You can't. Your characters have the same response.
Walk upstairs. I just literally look at him, shake my head, and walk upstairs.
I just do that. Am I that boring?
No, I'm just extremely tired. as I disappeared.
She loves it.
You can hear whoops and cheers from the boys upstairs. As one of them, do the one where you fall on your face.
Is Brian with them?
Yeah, he's kind of like looking through the posts a little bit lower. As he's kind of looking, and they're giving him nudges and like.
I nudge Red to go over to them to watch.
I'm going to bed.
Oh.
Red goes up the stairs.
As you start making your way up the stairs, those who are still down, you see Rictavio. Fine, so be it. He goes to sit on a stool, and as he does, he just falls straight backwards off it, and as his shoulder hits the floor, straightens his body, so he's kind of doing a headstand, and then flicks over and lands on his feet semi-gracefully. There's half a stumble in it, as the boys upstairs are just completely lost for words at what they've just seen. They can't quite believe it. There's little Brian. Some audience worthy of me. As again, he gives another theatrical bow. And Erwin rests a hand on his shoulder. Have a drink. Have a drink. As he does this time, he brings the chair over and sits down properly. Who's looking at Rictavio? Give me a perception or an insight.
10.
7.
As you do, you notice his eyes glaze over all of you. Are you going upstairs or staying down with him?
As he catches my eye, I'll give him a nod and I'll just go up.
He does the same for all of you. He gives you a semi-appraising look as you make your way upstairs. Who sleeps where?
I was just thinking about that. I think it would be a
Sorry,
good...
Ismark will come to you.
Yeah. I think it would be a good idea if Gabriel and Ismark share a room. So if there's any need for discussing things with the Burgermeister, if there's any message that we need to give, that you two could show a united front in that regard. Perhaps in the larger room, you're staying with me, and perhaps Brian and Brian. Why is he called Brian?
I'm so sorry.
This is our fault. We call him Brian.
Yeah. And Irina. Yes. Are you two happy to share?
Don't mind.
Red just goes straight into the room
Okay.
and drags the bedclothes onto the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I would like
pulls
to
the
keep an eye
duvet and the
on
pillows
those
on the floor.
You know, I want to keep an eye on you.
I'm checking the bed, making sure it's all clean. Everything is it
Yeah,
clean?
it's nice.
Okay.
It's a nice inn.
I'll ask for some water to wash up.
You've just watched that.
Yeah, some is brought to you.
Are you happy with that?
Thank you.
I'm happy with that.
I'm guessing I'm not going to get a
There's a
on
chair
that.
in my room, right?
No. Fine.
Literally sit on the chair and open up my book. Start looking for it.
I'm also
That's
ordering some water because I want to try something. I want to see what happens when I stick my whole head in a tub of water. I want to see what the gills do. I want to know if I can breathe.
Do we have an ensuite?
Yep, you get you ask for a large.
Tub
So
of
the rest
water.
of you would see Hessia as you take a deep breath in.
Yeah. But I just stay there.
It's a bizarre sensation. You don't really think about it, kind of like when you drink a glass of water and it goes to the right place. It's almost like something in your throat has closed off. And now instead of using your lungs, you push in this water out through these gills. And you're quite content.
I'm going to stay there for a little bit. And then just come back up and be like, yeah, they work.
Go and check on Brian.
Yeah.
And close that door. And
he's
resist the urge to try and lock it.
You can see he's exhausted, but just they're all 3 children are just all eyes locked on this half-elf.
Is he still performing?
No, he's doing nothing. He's just sat at the bar, drinking and eating. But they're just all there, like. You can see he looks exhaustedly tired.
I'm going to leave him to it because it's wholesome.
As you're there, Ismark will make his way out. It's time for bed. Brian puts up some objection, but seems to know better and just nods. As if the half-elf could hear this, he tumbles backwards off his chair, glass or tankard flying up in the air as he falls backwards and a hand snakes up. Give me a d20, see if he catches it or not.
No.
7. It's a 1. It's a 7.
As this hand snakes up to try and catch it, as he misjudges it slightly, as it hits off and then covers him in this the remains of whatever drink he had. As he quick, I meant to do that. I meant to do that. As the boys, you hear genuine childlike giggle come from them. There is just they're not holding anything back. As Brian just cannot believe what he's seeing. Owen looks to the half-elf. You're paying for the next one. Supplies are limited. Vittorio, again, this very low bow. And Brian, you can hear him talking to Ismark about what he's seen. And Ismark just taking him to the side room. Is there anything anyone wants to do?
No, I'm going to sleep.
Clean my equipment.
I felt that maybe.
What happens if I bless that water?
I'm already down. Point to your holy water.
Does anyone stay up to keep watch?
I'm going to stay up for a little bit and make sure.
Going to keep watch through the night?
Not through the night, but for a couple of hours.
So you can do 2 hours without... You two probably don't want to.
But I can.
You could do it, but you're tired.
There's a rat ratting at my door. What is that? A raven?
Oh, hello.
Is he like just on the floor?
So,
the window, surely.
as
The door. He knocked on the door.
this is where we'll leave it. You hear this rat-tat-tat at your window as you open it, and there, pruning his feathers, stands Eric. As you look out the window from this vantage point on top, you can see he's not the only raven there.
Is it a white one? Because I was about to summon a white one.
Is it our friendly raven who warned us?
You can see 2 other ravens.
2 others?
Oh no.
They weren't a rat-tat-tatting for you, but there are definitely other ravens around this inn. And that's where we'll leave it.
Nice. Well done, team.
I
We
know.
did it.
That bastard.
Undead instead.
Just got undeaded. Just got undeaded. No. Across the table, air fives.
That lightning bolt, I felt bad for that.
Oh, jeez.
I genuinely was like, okay, it's on 0 hit points. You don't get a save against this, and it's a guaranteed crit. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.